the boy Mark the Mentor. Are you ready to take your trucking business to the next level? With Truckstop Pro, you get access to the best load board in the game, giving you the tools to find higher paying loads and streamline your operation. And right now, you can try the Pro plan free for 30 days, a $159 value. Click the link in the description to claim your free Pro plan and start making smarter moves for your trucking business today.
Warning: the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say viewer discretion is advised.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Come on in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notification. How's everybody doing today? Come on in. Let's get this roll call going on, and then we can get started. Shout out to Rich. Shout out to everybody that's checking in from the crib. Shout out to Zink. What's going on? Shout out to Jonathan. Shout out to all the MGM members. Shout out to all the MGM members. Shout out to Big Aki. What up? Shout out to Shark. Shout out to Box Up Buddha. Shout out to everybody checking in from the crib. Shout out to Kirk. What's going on, Kirk? Long time no see. Shout out to Pippi. Shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to Valise. What's going on? CTR. What's up? Thomas Fowler. What else we got? Who else we got? Shout out to Craig Freeman. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Make sure you guys come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on all post notifications. Make sure you go subscribe on Twitch. Yeah, we're going to run the Twitch up. We're going to do some different things over there. Make sure you go subscribe over there. Live on Twitch, live on Facebook. All right, cool. How's everybody doing? We're going to get in. We're going to get out. All right, so boom. Let's talk about these rates, right? I love talking about rates, right? This is something I've been doing for quite some time now, and I know it upsets people. That's why I do it more. Because it only upsets the ignorant people. And then I love when the ignorant people get in their feelings and then they come into my comments with some shit. And then what you're doing is helping me when you say ignorant things, because now I can make content about that. Right? So we gonna do that today. So yesterday I put out a video of a clip from a live stream, and I was talking about the rates, right? Over the course of the past 10 years, right? How they're normal, right? We talk about people say, "Oh, I can't wait for rates to get back to what they were," and then a lot. I understand that a lot of people that say that, I call them pandemic babies. People that came into trucking during the pandemic, and when they say, "Okay, I can't wait for rates to get back," and I say, "Well, back to what?" And either they say back to what they were during the pandemic, and then I give them a reason why they'll never see that again. So I said, "Well, you got to take the pandemic out the equation. You can't count that. That was an event happened that caused rates to skyrocket like that. So now what's back?" And they don't know, because they don't know what a sense of normalcy looks like. So when I did that live stream and I showed the chart, it showed that rates had went back to what they were prior to the pandemic. The room just got quiet, and so on and so forth. So I clipped the part that focused on the inflation. And then you got people say, "Well, the dollar in 2015, a dollar in 2016 isn't the same as the dollar today, and you know, the rates should raise or go up with inflation and the cost of living and so on and so forth." So now what we're going to do is, because I feel like I've explained it, but now we're just going to focus on that little bitty part as far as rates and inflation, right? And then I got another live stream where I want to focus on a different aspect of it too. But today I just want to focus on rates and inflation, and why the rates in trucking don't scale with the rate of inflation. I'm gonna explain to you why. One, it's a big misconception. Shout out to everybody that's coming on in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. And this is gonna be one of the ones that some people are gonna be upset, right? Because they still not gonna understand no matter how transparent I am and how much I try to break it down to where a kindergartner would understand. It's gonna be somebody that just expects, you know, easy money, and they don't want to take the time to educate themselves on what they invested into, or even just some sense of business, understanding a little economics, understanding the laws of supply and demand. It's a big misconception that if inflation goes up, the spot market rate should go up with it. No, they shouldn't. And I'm going to show you some comments that were in my comment section from that video yesterday too, and I'm going to react to some of that stuff. Now, to a person who's uneducated or who's ignorant, that sounds logical, right? If things cost more, rates should be more. Not true. It doesn't work that way. In reality, it doesn't work that way. Shout out to Kobe. So what drives spot market rates? Now listen, to all you newbies, because we got a lot of newbies on the channel, you need to get your pen and your pad. Fuck what they told you. Fuck what they told you. You finna hear the truth, like it or not. You gonna learn you something. What drives spot market rates? Supply and demand. I don't understand why people make it so hard. Simple: supply and demand. Look at it like this. Before I cook, look at it like this. If a large percentage of people stop purchasing goods, but there's a bunch of owner operators out there that have trucks that get paid to move goods from point A to point B. But if a percentage of people stop buying shit for whatever reason, that means you have a bunch of people that get paid to move shit, but they have less shit to move. So demand goes down, which means people are going to compete harder for less, which is ultimately going to drive down rates. Supply and demand. What don't people understand about that? Somebody in my comment section said, man, well, the rates 10 years ago, that's not, you're saying it's normal, but to be the same rate 10 years ago, be the same, that's not normal. I'm going to explain to you why. How many loads it is to move, demand, right? How many trucks are available, supply. Simple as that. It's not tied directly to inflation. Now, there's some markets that are tied to inflation, but the spot market isn't one of them. And I'm going to explain some similarities of markets, and, whereas the spot market, let's say in comparison to the stock market, that's supply and demand. But the difference between the stock market and the spot market, the stock market can go up with inflation, because when a company, let's say, puts out a product and they bring in revenue, right? Or they have some new technology, right? That's going to ultimately bring in revenue. People will invest more into that stock, right? Because it's revenue driven. The spot market isn't. The spot market isn't. It's not tied directly to inflation. You got to look at the spot market like an auction. You're bidding on loads. Bidding. That load that you're looking at, there's other people that's looking at it too. If you call a broker and they have a price in their head, they don't want to go above, and you try to get more, they're going to hang up, especially if they got time to move it, and they're going to wait for someone that's going to come in and meet them at their price or even lower. Why do some people, or you, if you are one of these individuals that I'm going to react to, think that you deserve something? Who told you that? Who told you deserve exponential or exorbitant rates? Where'd you hear that? If there's more trucks than loads, shippers don't have to pay you more. If there's more trucks than loads, where do you expect? How, if there's more trucks than loads, how do you expect rates to just explain that to me? If you were a shipper, this is why I was telling somebody this last night. As a business person, if you only look at shit from one side of the equation, this is why you fail it. This is why you're going to consistently fail. This is why you always going to fail. A business person, especially when there's multiple variables involved in the business, has to look at the shit from each side of the equation. If you were a shipper, would you just voluntarily pay more money if you didn't have to? If the way you move your products to your customer, which let's say would be the retailer, wouldn't you want to get it there as cheap as possible? Right? Because in reality, it's better for your customer. And then further into reality, it's better for their customer. Like I said it before, if I'm a shipper, I'm a manufacturer, I'm in the unit moving business. You ultimately want to keep your costs down for the consumer, because if the consumer stops spending like what we see now going on and nobody buys, and then that's why you're complaining now. I'm going to do another live stream on that later. So if I were a shipper, would I care about what it costs you to run your business? Absolutely not. Why would I? So when people are like, man, the shippers, the brokers, listen, it's not the shipper or the broker's business to manage costs of your business. That's your job. When people come complaining in my like, it makes no sense. And then when I say something, well, see, your mindset, this shit right here is the reason why you struggling. And then you be like, well, what do you mean? Man, 2015, if the rates are same to 2015, how do you expect me to make money? You invested into something that you don't understand. There's people making money because they understand business. They understand cost. They understand that they're in a market that doesn't scale with the rate of inflation. What is inflation? Maybe people don't know what inflation is. Inflation equals cost of living rising, right? Prices go up on everything. Fuel, right? Let's just stick to things that affect owner operators. Fuel up, insurance up. You're getting annoying, bro. You talk too much. Oh, okay, here we go. I told you, I knew we was gonna get one. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know what we like to do. Welcome to the Chinat. It's pinned to the top. See, this is a broke motherfucker right here. I knew we was gonna get one. This is a broke motherfucker right here. Listen, check it out. This motherfucker. Hey, no, don't delete him, Shark. Hold on, let's get him. Let's get active. Don't delete him. Don't delete it. Let's bring him up. You in time him out. See, this a broke motherfucker. See, this the shit I'm talking about. You come to a channel, right, that you don't have to be at. And if you don't like what's being said, you could leave. Nah, Shark. Let him rock out, because I want him to come and explain himself. See, this a motherfucker right here. This is the type of motherfucker I'm talking about. There's no way that if I see something that I don't like, I'm going to even waste my fingers to type that shit. You're telling me I talk too much on a YouTube channel for a person who makes content talking. Make it make sense. See, it's a motherfucker like this who's struggling and failing because they waste their time on stupid shit. You're on a channel, a YouTube channel. YouTube is entertainment and education, or a combination of both. Education, right? So You're come to my channel where I educate, and in order to educate, I have to be vocal. And you're telling me I'm getting annoyed because you're uneducated or you're poor and you broke. And you're telling me I talk too much when the purpose of me being here is to talk. No, let them rock out. How long did you put them on timeout for? Because the link is pinned. We want to hold on, buddy. It don't matter. He can still click the link. Let him click the link and tell him to come up here and explain it to me. See, we do shit a little bit different over here, Vincent from Miami. Vincent from Miami, we do shit a little bit different. We don't block people over here. We drop the link so you can come up and articulate yourself. What you mean where I'm from? I'm from the crib. Where you from? Miami, right? I'm from the crib. There you go, Vincent. It's pinned. Let's pin it so you can come up and articulate yourself. See if we can get us one today. You know, see, he don't know. I'm looking for one. I'm looking for me a new victim. I ain't had a good victim in about 2-3 weeks. Hey, Vincent, it's pinned. Go ahead and click it, big dog. Yeah. Y'all think Vincent gonna click it? Well, we're gonna see if Vincent click it. In the meantime, let me get back to it. Because Vincent, he's struggling. I guarantee you, Vincent fucked up out here in these streets. Vincent thought he was finna come and get some cookie cutter shit, and I was gonna tell him, oh, it's gonna be okay, and shit like that. He didn't get what he was looking for. He got a motherfucker talking some real shit, and he can't comprehend it. We do things a little bit different over here, Vincent. We'll drop the link on your punk ass and allow you to bring your punk ass up here and articulate yourself. See, we don't back down from no debates. Right? Because one is just a conversation, an educated conversation. All right, I don't think Vincent coming up here. I think he a keyboard warrior with low self-esteem. Most of these keyboard warriors, they got low self-esteem. All right, so boom, inflation. Prices, they're up, right? Fuel is up, insurance is up, payments are up, food is up, repairs are up. Obviously, the labor for the repairs. Things are a lot different in comparison to 10 years ago than they are now as far as costs are associated with being an owner operator. But the rates are similar to what they were 10 years ago. We looked at that chart a few weeks ago when I did that live. Freight rates are similar. Plus, there's a lot more people in the industry than it was at that time. Right? In 2018, rates went up, right? There was a boom in trucking in 2018 for the guys that were around at that time. But there wasn't as many people in trucking then as there are now. And plus, that boom that we saw, that was organic economic growth that led to that. Even if you weren't in trucking and you're out paying bills and you're old enough to remember, it wasn't that long ago, but I know I have some followers that are in their mid-20s, so they probably were in high school at that time or grammar school. The economy was booming, it was thriving. People were spending money. And because people were spending money, freight went up and it exceeded capacity. Vincent said, bro, I'm messing with you. Hey, Vincent, check it out. Listen. Listen, check this out, big dog. You don't want to hit the link? See, because when I cook and I'm in serious business mode, when I'm talking as far as educating people, I mean business. This ain't one of them little channels like with your little kids that you can go and you can scroll and then you can like troll them and make them cry and bully them and then you feel you accomplished something from the day. I'm from a place where I've been talking shit since 1985. You don't even gotta click the link and I will roast your motherfucking ass. I don't even know what you gotta look like. All right. So let me explain you something. When you come over here, sit your ass down and be quiet. Learn you something. Learn Vincent from Miami. Learn you something. Sit over there in the corner. Be quiet. Take you some notes. Learn you something. All right. It's a little different over here. I know this not your normal channel. I know you ain't never seen nobody clap back at you, so this is a little different. Be cool now. All right, so boom. Increased competition. We saw a lot of these people come in during the pandemic. You got a lot more trucks, all right? You have shippers that know that there's an excess of capacity. Tech. You got load boards that are utilizing AI. You have brokers that make it easy to shop for the cheapest trucks, creating this race to the bottom. Rates spike when demand surges. Rates don't go up with the rate of inflation. Demand has to surge like it did during the pandemic or like it did in 2018. And if that demand falls off a cliff, then guess what? So do the rates. Let me show you guys something. Infamy Smith says, getting paid the same amount since 2017 isn't normal. All right, Infamy Smith, explain me how come it's not. All right, so to the people that's in the chat, what's wrong with this sentence or this comment that Infamy Smith put? Getting paid. Now we're talking to a box truck owner operator. Hey, Vincent. You know, listen. My dad say I'm on. Hey, listen. Getting paid the same amount since 2017 isn't normal. Says who? First thing they fucked up with was says getting paid. That's verbiage for a person who has a mindset of a worker. What do you mean getting paid the same amount since 2017? As an owner, you go take money. You get what you negotiate. You don't get paid. Like you're saying getting paid like you go apply at a job and then this is the rate that they're paying or this is the hourly pay that they're paying and you accept it. Your mindset is all fucked up. Getting paid the same amount since 2017 isn't normal. This is why you complaining. This is why you failing, because your mindset. As an owner, we don't get paid. We get what we negotiate. This comes from a person of a mindset who accepts some shit. As a business owner, you get what you negotiate. You set your rates. If you can't come to terms with whoever you're negotiating with, then you walk away from the deal. What are you talking about getting paid the same? You an employee. And see, that's the issue. A lot of people that come into this game, they have an employee mindset because they've been working a job and they don't know how to transition. They don't understand that they have to transition out of that old mindset into a different understanding as a business owner. You talking about getting paid. And you see what my response is? Getting paid question mark. You know why I put getting paid question mark? Because I don't understand that language. I don't understand that language. Business owners make deals. We set rates. We set our prices. We negotiate, you get what you negotiate. I'm surprised at Costa. I'm surprised, yet shippers are paying more. See, that's counting other people's pockets. My response: Walmart and Amazon prices are still relatively cheap. Somebody has got to eat the cost somewhere, somehow. What makes you think the consumer should eat the cost? Big box retailers like Walmart and Amazon are going to do whatever they got to do to keep their costs down. Their number one priority is the consumer. And I'm going to get into that in another live stream. The consumer is their priority, right? So they're going to do whatever they got to do to keep their costs down. So if inflation rises, all right, well, we're going to try our best not to pass that along to the consumer as much as possible. Somebody got to eat it, though. Now, some retailers' prices are higher, but Walmart and Amazon prices are still considerably low. As a business owner and as a consumer, would I want to make more money and then the money that I made really don't feel it because I'm spending it at the register? Or would I want to save money at the register and navigate through the world of business a little bit better to compete? Me, ultimately, I would want to save money at the register. As a business owner and consumer, I understand that, listen, if we can suppress costs at the register, it's going to be better for me in the long run. I can compete in business. I can't control costs of things that I need to pay for at the register. I was talking to a content creator last year. They said that they would rather see it the other way. I don't see how that makes sense. If I can save somewhere where I can't control, then that's where I would rather save, because I can control the cost of my business. I can get what I negotiate. I wouldn't want to pay more at the register, because if I pay more at the register, it's ultimately is going to continue to go up. So I would want to suppress that as much as possible. So Costa, as a smart business owner, I'm surprised that you're counting other people's pockets. If the inflation cost get passed along to the owner operators, then that's just what it is. Here's the thing. Here's the unfortunate thing about it. And Mark, you've been in this business. How could you say these atrocious things? They're not atrocious. It's reality. And the moment you realize and you accept the terms of the industry that you decided to be in, the better off you'll be, because then you'll know how to navigate. Inflation is going to hit you first, owner operator. The people who eat off your plate, they don't have to deal with the cost that you have to deal with that's associated to getting that shit moved from point A to point B. The people in trucking who aren't on the truck, they make the most money because they have the less cost. I've been in the cargo van business for 8 months. And let me tell you, rates are trash. Here we go with this rates are trash shit. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. I've been struggling to get loads at 70 and 68 cents per mile. Today I bid over 15 loads at 65 to 63 cents per mile and still not get any of them. I have an MC with 6 months, and the times I have reached to brokers, they don't want to work with me because I'm still under my first year. You say rates are normal, but the pre-pandemic and post-pandemic dollar value isn't the same 5K today. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? You're looking at the dollar and you're competing in a market that doesn't scale with the rate of inflation. This is where you lost. Card Shark says rates are trash because of cheap freight. Hey, Card Shark, explain that shit to me. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Card Shark, click the link and explain to me how rates are trash because of cheap freight. Explain to me what cheap freight is. I'm ignorant. Explain that to me. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. I love to have an educated conversation with you because I disagree with you. I totally disagree with you, but I could be wrong. So why don't you click the link and come explain it to me? Explain to me why rates are trash and explain to me what is cheap freight. You say rates are normal, but pre-pandemic and post-pandemic dollar value isn't the same 5K. Can't buy what it could 7 years ago. Let's break down this market. We're going to see if Mr. Card Shark Bob is going to click the link and explain to me what's cheap freight. I hope he does because I really want to know. I'm ignorant to the fact. I'm ignorant to the fact. Why don't spot market rates keep up with the cost of inflation? Simple. It's not cost driven. It's as simple as that. Spot rates don't automatically adjust when costs go up. And see, this is what everybody's thinking. Well, Mark, everything is so higher. It's not fair. It's a market. That's not revenue driven. The spot market is not revenue driven. What don't you understand about that? The spot market reacts to load to truck imbalance. That's it and that's all. Supply and demand. It's not revenue driven. It's not revenue driven. It's not revenue driven. The stock market, if Apple comes out with the iPhone 17 and then they invent some new type of AI technology, people are going to rush to buy that stock. One, because they're buying the news of this new AI technology that Apple is working on. And then on top of that, that same year, iPhone 17 came out and it had some new technology that could tell you your innermost thoughts, and everybody goes out and buys it, and they make record sales of the iPhone 17 that whole year, and their revenue is up more than what it was last year, and ultimately that raises the stock price, as well as people buying into that company based on the news of this new technology that they're working on. It's revenue driven. The spot market isn't revenue driven. Load to truck imbalance. That's it. Card Shark says he remembers in 06 he was pulling loads at $270 a mile. So explain to me, Card Shark, about this cheap freight. Explain this to me because I got an answer for you. And your colleagues are part of your problem. See, what we do on this channel is we make people become solution-based instead of complainers. At the end of the day, it is what it is. If you were in trucking in 06, that means you're old enough. Me and you are probably the same age. So if you are in trucking in 06, then you should know that nothing gets easier over time. Everything gets harder. So if you were in trucking in 06, and it's 20 years later, damn near, That means you should have been well on your way. For a person to be in trucking at least 20 years. I don't know how much longer prior to 06 you were in, but if you were in 06, that means you're 20 years in. What do you have to complain about? You were making $270 a mile when costs were a fraction of what they are today. You should have money on top of money on top of money. You should have paid off equipment. You should be an older gentleman. Your insurance rate should be low. You should be able to compete in this economy with no problem. Why complain? You should be the guy, instead of saying people are taking cheap freight, you should be the guy that people are saying you're taking cheap freight, but you're taking it profitably. How is a 20+ year vet complaining about cheap freight? You should be the guy that should be competing and winning. Why? Because you have the tenure, you have the knowledge, you have the experience, and you should know how this market moves. Why aren't you solution-based? You got outsold trucks. Okay, well then you're smart, like the rest of us. So what are you complaining for? What are you complaining? You did the same thing I did. So why are you complaining? If you sold at the top to suckers, one, congratulations. See, I'm with you when you right. So if you are a person who sold at the top, who was a smart enough businessman to see the top and knew that you could make money that you'll probably never see again, one, congratulations. But what concern is it to you that, okay, so let's talk about this cheap freight. I want you to click the link. I want you to click the link. If you're out, one, what concern of it is to you, and explain to me about people taking cheap freight. Where do you expect the camaraderie that you probably saw in 06? How do you expect to see that level of camaraderie now? Once you add inflation into the mix from the other side of the spectrum and people having to do what they need to do to make ends meet and running off desperation, what makes you think in your right mind? Because we have to look at the whole spectrum. You can't look at shit from your one side, because then this is what's going to lead you to failure. As a business person, you got to look at the whole spectrum. You got to look at what you got going on. You got to look at what your competition got going on. You got to understand the mind state of your competition that's in the land, in this industry today. If you got people running off of desperation to make ends meet, where do you think a person going to sit on their hands and play the waiting game if it don't suit their best interest? It suits yours. To say someone is taking cheap freight, I get your point. I get your point. When people say that, I understand. But the reason why I challenge it is because that's never going to get you nowhere. Check this out. If I was broke, starving, hungry, and gangbanging on the street, and I needed some instant liquidity, whether I was running it profitably or at a loss, but I knew if I ran it, it's going to bring me some liquidity in, and I need it. For whatever reason, let's think about this from the other side of the spectrum. Let's be adults here for once. You think a motherfucker going to give a fuck about what you got going on? What makes people think that people are going to hold the line and do what's in the best interest of the sector altogether. No, people are going to do what's in the best interest of them. Take that individual out the equation. Think about all the ignorant people that are out here running that don't even know what it's costing them to run. The mindset of the person that came into this industry or that was in this industry 20 years ago, the mindset of the individuals that are in this industry today is totally different. You got a lot of people in this industry that can't speak English. You have a lot of younger generation people coming into this industry that don't even understand cost because they were sold this dream. They were sold this trucking as a luxury, start your own business shit, and they don't understand what it costs. They don't understand how to calculate their cost per mile. They don't understand what a cost per mile is. I had a guy that 2 weeks ago that says, why do I need to know what it costs me to run my business? This is the mindset of the individual that these people are competing against now. So knowing that, why waste your breath talking and worrying about what other people take? This is the landscape of the industry now. So knowing that, you do what you do, you set yourself up to compete and win. You know you dealing with a bunch of ignorance. You know you're dealing with a bunch of unknowledgeable people. You know you're not dealing in an industry that doesn't have that camaraderie anymore. So where do you think people are going to hold the line and not accept shit so rates can go up? That shit is over with, bro. I've been saying this shit for a couple years and I've been preaching the same shit. But yet still, people still wasting their time and their breath. Now, the people who don't waste their time and their breath and complain, they just adapt, they're solution based, and they keep winning. You got people in my comments yesterday is comparing 10 years ago today and say, oh, we should be getting paid more. Motherfucker, you a business owner. When you talk about getting paid, you get what you negotiate. You set the rates, you set the terms. If you can't come to terms, then you don't accept the shit. You keep moving until you do business or you shake hands or you find something that makes sense for you and your business. Car Shark must have just missed the whole thing I just said. Car Shark. If you were in trucking in 06, you got to be in your 40s at least. So if you're in your 40s, you should, unless you're a middle American. Where are you from, Car Shark? Where are you from? This might tell the tale right here. This may tell the tale. Where is Car Shark from? What city and what state are you from? What city and what state are you from? Because I'm going to tell you one thing. In my 45 years of existence, I ain't seen shit get easy. So if you from LA, I'm from Chicago, you talking about the second and third largest city where we're accustomed to a high cost of living. What are you complaining for? You should understand that as time goes on, shit gets tougher and tougher and tougher, and people get stupider and stupider and stupider. Everything is worse today than it was 10 years ago. Shit, everything is worse today than it was 5 years ago. Everything is worse than it was 10 years ago. Everything is worse than it was 15, 20, 25, 30 years ago. As far as I can remember, costs have continuously gone up, and all the negative shit, the worst shit, has continued to get worse. People's mindsets have gotten worse. Crime has gotten worse. Things that happen in the streets, and you're from LA, I'm from Chicago, you should know that even the respect level as far as the streets, people don't have respect for senior citizens no more. They don't have respect for little children playing in the playground. It's bar none out here. Everything gets worse over time. In business, we have to figure out ways to adapt. You can't compare the mindset of a 20 something year old that's coming into trucking now to the mindset of a 20 something year old that came in 2006. There was no social media, or social media was very, very early. Facebook wasn't a thing yet. It was only on 2 college campuses at that time, or 1 college campus, or colleges. MySpace was just starting in 05, 06. Social media wasn't even a thing yet. People respected jobs and opportunity. The mindset of an individual was different. It wasn't as corrupt as it is today. We didn't have this lazy mentality. We didn't have this sense of keeping up with the Joneses and doing it for the gram and all this dumb shit that's corrupted their mindset. People took their jobs and took opportunities that were presented to them a lot more serious. Why? Because there was less opportunities. If you had a job in 05, 06, you respected the job. Why? Because you know what? If you lost it, it would be hard for you to find another one. Now, motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They'll come to your job, tell you, fuck you, because as soon as they go to the parking lot and get in their car, it's 20 apps that they can turn on and instantly get to the money. They'll go Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Roadie, Curry, whatever it is. See, back then, the jobs, the employers held the leverage. Today, the employee has the leverage over the employer. You have employers begging people to stay. You know what? Motherfuckers don't even come to work. Insubordination out the window, time and attendance out the window. You could just walk into a job now late every single day. They won't even write you up because they need you. Every single fast food restaurant is closing. Why? Because no one wants to work there, because that's beneath the typical age demographic that would normally work there. Oh no, that's beneath us. And the ones that do come there, you should see how they talk to management. You go to the register, they on their phone, you're touching your nasty ass phone, and you finna go flip the fries. They got stank attitudes, customer service out the window. They don't care no more. Why? Because they need them. So when I say, listen, we can't complain as business owners, we have to adapt and move on. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying. Well, you're old enough, because I'm 45. A person in 05, they totally respected authority. They had to. They had no choice. It's different now. They don't respect authority. Shit, they don't even respect themselves. Everything is a hustle. The mindset that an individual that was coming into a business at that time, they had long-term goals. I'm gonna get this job, I'm gonna save money, I'm gonna buy a home, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna invest, set myself up retirement. This was the mindset then. Now, listen, I need to go get this box truck, man, so I can run it up, man, so I can go get me a Hellcat. Man, they saying I could make $50,000 a month with this box truck business. Being sold a dream, because they want to go get a Hellcat, because they want to turn their Instagram page up so that they can start hitting up their favorite Instagram chicks and start flying them out so they can freak on them in their Hellcat and get all their images of their Hellcat with their bad Instagram chick and fuck the money off and this, that, and the third. They don't have goals for longevity. It's short term. This is why they don't take the time to understand what operational cost is. CPM. They just trying to run up a bag. This is the mindset of the individual that people are competing against the individual who's coming into this thing, right, with the proper mindset, these are the individuals that they're competing against. So that's why when I say people say, hey man, they taking cheap freight, majority of the people that say, and I'm not saying you, that say that they taking cheap freight shit, you know what the question is that I ask them when they say that shit? How much it costs you to run your business? What's your cost per mile? And you know what? 100% of the people that said they taking cheap freight, when I asked them what their CPM was, 100% of them didn't know. And trust me, I've asked a lot of people. Some of them I've done up here on these live streams. So that whole cheap freight thing, and I'm not talking about you, it's just an excuse. It's an excuse that people use to complain because of their failure and their struggles in this industry right now. And I've proven that time and time again by simply asking, yo, what it costs you to run your business? And then the whole dynamic of the conversation changes. Motherfucker can't even tell you how to calculate costs. Don't even know what it is. Don't even understand why you need to know it. It's all played out right here when these people call up on my call-in show. I mean, for me, it's cool because I'm able to create content. Like I have endless content. Like this shit will never get old. And I'm the only one that does it because I'm the only one daring enough to challenge people and drop the link and invite them up here. I've carved out my own little niche with the call-in show and the accountability. This shit'll never get old. No matter how simple this shit is, and even from a content creation space in this small niche, I saw a lane, right? And I solved a problem, and this is why my channel grows. I don't look at shit and then join the bandwagon and complain. I've never been that person. I've always been the person that sees a problem and comes up with a solution. Even Buddy that was up here earlier. So going back to the whole spot market and the inflation, this is not a revenue cost driven market. Load to truck ratio. No one is going to come save you. Nobody's going to just voluntarily, shippers aren't just going to voluntarily pay you more. If I was a shipper and I understood that there was a overabundance of ignorance, I'm going to take advantage of you too. I don't understand this. Explain this to me. If you're an owner operator and you call a broker or you call a shipper or whoever you call, and they give you a rate and you negotiate and you get more, what's the difference from them negotiating, getting more, and you taking less? Did that go over your head? What's the difference from them doing to you what you could be doing to somebody else? How can you get mad for someone setting the price and getting what they negotiate and you accepting it? But when you can go and negotiate and get a higher rate, then it's fine. If you're looking at shit from one side of the equation instead of looking at it in totality, this is why you're struggling. If I was a broker and you was goofy, I'm gonna take advantage, especially if I'm commission based. And it's completely ethical. Why? Because you get what you negotiate. We're negotiating. My business, if I was a broker, it's not my business to manage your operational costs. That's your business. If I'm a shipper, it's not my business to manage your operational costs. That's your business. I want to ship cheap. I want to ship as cheap as possible. Why? Because if I save money, that saves money for my customer, and ultimately that saves money for the consumer. What are we talking about? Why do you think? You know what? I was going to say this for a whole nother live stream. Fuck it. Let's just cook it up right now. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. You know who really controls this whole fucking shit? The consumers. Ultimately, the consumers control the whole thing. No, they don't, Mark. We control the rates. That dumb motherfucker talking about we truckers, we control. Motherfucker, no, you don't. I'll prove it to you. What's going on right now? Less demand. Now you crying. Tell me how you control that. Oh, see, Big Mark gonna cook with your motherfucking ass. Cause I don't. Tell me, Mr. Whoever, last year, oh, we control the rates. Motherfucker, half them motherfuckers that said that dumb shit when I used to have it in the base last year, they ain't even got a truck no more. Talking about we control the rates. Why you ain't got a truck no more? Ultimately, the consumer controls the whole shit. Why? Because the moment the consumers pull back on spending, the fuck you gonna get paid to move? Air? Let's look at it from a different way. I'm a shipper. I'm a manufacturer. I sell Allen wrenches. This is a good one. Little Allen wrenches. Right? I sell Allen wrenches. Right? I have a big customer, Walmart. Right? The more Allen wrenches Walmart buys, the cheaper per unit cost I can give them. Now, we're affected by inflation too, right? As a manufacturer. If I go up on the unit cost, that means my customer, let's say it be Walmart or Amazon, ultimately has to go up on the retail cost of the consumer. And if it's to the point where it becomes excessive, it's going to result in less sales. Right? And if it results in less sales, that means these Allen keys are going to sit on the shelf, right? And if they continue to sit on the shelf, then that means my customer is going to place less orders. And if my customer places less orders, that means I make less money. But we're battling inflation. I don't want to pass this cost, this excessive cost because of inflation along to the consumer. See, this is how the real big box retailers think, not the ones in the middle. This is why Amazon and Walmart, when you walk in there, their prices are still low. Yo, we don't want to pass it along to the consumer because it affects our business. If the consumer stops buying, then the retailer stops buying from us. We in the unit moving business. All right, who we going to find to eat this cost? Somebody got to eat it. G. Frank, call in. Call in. Somebody got to eat this cost. And it's normally the person that's at the bottom of the totem pole. It's capitalism, right? I understand it. If I'm a shipper of these Allen keys, ultimately, I don't want my customer, Walmart and Amazon, to go up on the consumer. I want my customer, Amazon or Walmart, to continue to move millions and millions and millions of units of these. As long as they can move them, we'll produce them. The more they move, the more they're going to have to order, the more money we all make. I don't want to go up, but I know I got to pass this excessive inflation cost on to somebody. We got to leave somebody left holding the bag. Why should I pay you more? Especially if you're going to take it. No. If you're going to take it, we're going to pay you less so we can continue to keep costs down for the consumer. So at the end of the day, who really controls all this shit, and I'll debate it, you know, I love a good debate, is the consumer. And guess what? If you think that you control the rates and not the consumer, in this current time, you is a motherfucking fool. You're witnessing it right now, live in the flesh. Don't take something, somebody else will. I'm not talking to you, Card Shark. I'm talking to anybody. This is what I do. I try to bait people. It's good entertainment. This is the entertainment side of it. I try to piss somebody. It's always gonna be somebody ignorant that's gonna get really, really mad. And they're gonna hit the link, and then they're gonna come up here, and then it's gonna make for good content. Don't pay me no mind. You just let me do my thing right now. Let me do my thing right now. I'm trying to bait somebody. I'm not talking to you. I'm trying to get somebody. We need a good victim. We living through it now. People are spending less money. Why? Because they don't have the money to spend because of inflation. The discretionary spending that they once had, they're spending that money on necessities like groceries. 2018, people were spending money. 2020, 2021, second half of 2020, 2021, first quarter of 2022, people were spending money because they had the money to spend. They don't have that money anymore. Pippi, he said he on the Galaxy. So what he got to do? Because I don't know. Can you call up with Ecam on the Galaxy? I don't know. Can you Google that for me? So I don't like me personally. Like I'm just you know I love these conversations because they're educational. They're conversations that need to be had. We don't really see these conversations. This is kind of my niche in the space, and I like to have challenging business conversations. I understand that the majority of people that are in business don't really, well, in this niche, coming into this niche, in today's time, and I'm speaking just trucking in general, not box trucking, just really don't understand business, and that's okay. You dig what I'm saying? For an individual that does, that's perfect. It's like I said last night. If you refuse to do what's in your best interest and educate yourself on And as far as understanding this shit that you got into and understanding competition and learning how to navigate your way through, to a veteran or a guy like me, shit, cool. It's not as easy as your favorite content creator made it seem. And nobody cares. Don't ain't no what Deion Sanders saying, ain't nobody care. Ain't nobody care. Why? Because everybody worried about what they got going on. It's like, buddy, like when people come and they worry about what other men are doing, like I don't understand that, bro. Listen, to the spot market guys, I know they told you it was simple as downloading DAT, right? I know they told you that. But it's more complex than that. The spot market is brutal. It don't care about your costs and it don't care about inflation. If it's you and this person and you have a cost and you're trying to negotiate it and this person is willing to take it for less, then guess what? They're going to go with the person. They don't give a fuck about you and your cost. Everybody want to make money. Let's see who we got here. Let's see who we got here. What's up, big dog?
Mark, what up, dog? You all right?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
I'm listening to these truths you up here speaking, man. I've been in the game for like 2 years, and I'm running all Amazon relay.
Mm-hmm.
I started with one truck, and I went to six in 2 years. So everything you saying is true. But if people don't want to hear that, and they still want to do the wrong things and not put that work in and get that knowledge, then
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it's on them.
Yeah. 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 I mean, at the end of the day, I understand. That's why I kind of scale back because I realized the mindset of, what we're dealing with now. And I used to get kind of frustrated, like, man, why ain't they getting it? Why ain't they getting it? But, 3 years now later of creating content, I just realized, you know, where we are as far as society and the mindset. And that's why I kind of scale back. I do it now to just pretty much, I wouldn't say troll, but to really just get a rise out of ignorant people
Okay.
and just to keep myself in the algorithm. Listen, I understand. Listen, that is a reason why the majority is failure and the minority is successful. Only a few amount of people that come into any business are going to succeed. So,
Yeah, and you right about that. Like I was so I'm selling one of my trucks, and I was talking to a guy that's I'm out in Detroit, and by the way. So I was
Mhm.
talking to a guy, and I was telling him like people failing because they not doing the work. I mean, you can't tell me that somebody else can be successful and you can't. It's just you don't have the sauce basically, or you're not putting the work in and getting that knowledge to actually be successful. And like with the cheap freight, I was calling in too. Like I just took a rate at 189 per mile, $1.89 per mile. But I did that because I'm training a new guy. So and Amazon, man, it was getting late in the day, and I'm trying to get this guy trained. So I went ahead and booked the rate $1.89. But I know I can't survive on no 189, but I had to do it. You know what I mean?
So
So
hold that.
okay,
Now you hear what you just said, right?
yeah,
Now someone's going to say, "Oh, you're making things bad. Why would you take that? You're part of the problem. You taking cheap freight." But here's the thing:
right,
you don't give a fuck about what they think you're doing shit because for whatever reason, whether you took it at a loss or not, it's in the best interest of whatever you got going on. You're spending
absolutely,
money to train someone. It costs
right,
money to train. When you hire someone, people don't understand. When you're running a business and you hire someone, it costs money to hire people. That's why people rather retain people than lose them because it's going to cost money onboarding someone else. So that's just part of your
right,
cost on training somebody new. But to an ignorant person, They'll be, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You're doing it because it's in the best interest of you and your business at this particular time. Your concern isn't their concern. Your plight ain't their plight, and vice versa.
Right. And you're right. You're right. Like I watched that live that you did last. I think it was yesterday with Midwest. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and before you came on, he was just bashing Penske, man. And I done purchased 4 trucks from Penske, and I done had them replace everything from the little vent window to the whole steering wheel to a brand new $30,000 transmission. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I done bought all level twos from them, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
and every truck they send me a cooler bag or a thermos or I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, they just always sending something. But
Mm-hmm.
I just put a comment in his was like, I can't have you bashing Penske like that because I personally purchased 4 and I purchased them all for 24.5, 22.5, something like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's like just because you had one bad deal and you didn't do what you were supposed to do or have the knowledge to report your items within 15 days, then
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? I mean, I know that's an experience, but I wouldn't be bashing them like that, you know.
But right, but so that's the same thing. Your situation, your plight, and his plight, two different
Totally good.
things. You're in
Yeah.
favor, and he's not because of he had a bad experience, so he's gonna forever have that sour taste uh,
Yeah.
in his mouth. But you know what? That's business. I totally 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah, yeah. And then like one bad apple, like I mean, you can't just say I'm gonna buy one and be done because of your experience with that. Cause I purchased the truck off of eBay too. This the one that I'm sitting in. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
paid 15,000. But man, I put 20,000 in this truck in 7 days. It broke down on the driver up in Holland, Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
and had it towed to a dealer near there, and they kind of just didn't do the right thing, man. And it cost me like 7 grand. So
Mm-hmm.
it drove for like 3 days, and then I took it to the dealer down near me, and they hit me for 12 grand, man, in that same week, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
you live and you learn. So now I get my trucks towed back to my places, which is I use a guy out of Livonia, Michigan, and then I use the dealer down in Monroe, Michigan, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you live and you learn. And this business, I got into it because I know a buddy that got 6 trucks. And my main thing is real estate. So I got a lot of money behind me. So if I have issues, it ain't really no issues, you know.
Right,
And,
right,
and,
right,
and I
right.
and I, I'm able to scale by having cash behind me to move forward, you know.
Mm-hmm. So see what you just said. It resonates with a lot of the stuff that I talk about. One, you have cash. Two, your trucks that you buy are, I don't want to say they're cheap, but they're not expensive, right? But you have cash that if you have to put money into them, you can put money into them and you still come out cheaper than
Yeah,
what these guys are going when they're spending 50, 60, and $70,000 on these trucks, and then they have that high overhead. This is part
yeah,
of the
that's great.
reason why you've been able to scale at the pace you've been able to scale in a short period of time because you understand business. You understand that you need cash flow and you understand that you need to keep your operational costs down. So, based on what you're telling me, is I see why you scale in comparison to a lot of the people that click the link and come up here. It's the complete opposite.
Yeah, and that's like another thing, man. Is I mostly pay cash for everything. Like, so I don't pay that little 3% fee, that 4% credit card fee. I just write you a check, and I keep that money, you know. And like just the other day, my insurance renewal was coming up on the
Mm-hmm.
19th of July, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm shopping around right now. So Progressive came with a rate like 45,000 and some change, but they told me if I
Mm-hmm.
paid in full 38,000, I saved $7,723. I'm like, well, I just pay it in full
Right.
and put that money in my pocket instead of going to chase $7,700. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Right.
So
Right. Yeah.
so so you got to keep the bills low, guys. And if you keep the bills low, then you're able to compete and weather storms. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I
Yeah.
tell people to buy cash too, but there's a rush to get in this industry now. I think I got to understand why people want to get in so bad, but you know, I'm a cash person. I promote cash. Obviously, you buy cash. Another reason why I think you've been able to scale so quickly. A lot of the stuff that I talk about sounds like you've done it the exact same way, which ultimately it is why you're successful. So I for one, I want to say congratulations on scaling. You said 6 trucks in 2 years.
Yeah. 2 years.
Yeah, that's good, man. Congratulations, man, and yeah, keep
Thanks.
it up, man. It sounds like you understand business, so you're gonna have
Yeah, I've been at it a
success.
while.
Yeah.
I, I
You from
I've
the
been I've been in business, man. So
Yeah, you say you
and
from
like
Detroit, right? So you a hustler anyway. You a
yeah, I'm from
hustler, man.
Detroit. That's like I was saying. I don't need this money at all. Like my
Mm-hmm.
money is in real estate. Even my house is paid for 700,000. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like all my stuff is cash. My credit score high. I sleep like a baby, man, because I don't owe nobody a dime.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's how I'm able to move the way I move because I keep them bills low, man. Just kind of like Ford and when the crisis happened, they didn't need
Mm-hmm.
no money because they was lean.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, and that's what you got to do. You can't just be out here spending everything because you got it. If you go in a gas station, like man, I get gas only out of gas station. I won't even get a bottle of water. I get that when I get to the home or at a place out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that type of mindset. You just can't go giving your money away. I don't care what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't. You can't. You can't.
Yeah, but yeah, that was it, man. I just called in and just let some of your viewers know it could be done, man. But it's definitely work. That is like how people bash Amazon. Man, my guys run 2 routes a day every day with Amazon. Like they'll
Mm-hmm.
go out and they bring a route back. They making anywhere from 200 to 330 a day, but it just depends on what they have. But if you're not putting the work in and burning your ass up on that load board, you ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
get it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think a lot of reason a lot of guys, you know, the same reason they fell at Amazon is the same reason the guys fell OTR. I mean, I poke fun. The reason why I poke fun at Amazon is not really for Amazon because I'm an investor in the company. I'm transparent about it. The
yeah,
reason
me
why I
too.
do it is to get a rise out of people because 3 years ago everybody was so Amazon, 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 Amazon. So I just found it comical that people, were holding this company so near and dear, and I'm just like, this is still a business. At any time, they'll just snap their finger and cut the switch, and shit'll change. And we've
Yeah,
seen something like that happen recently. But they understand business too, and they know whether they transition, let's say, out of relay or don't. Currently, they still need owner operators, and they're only going to deal with the ones that can run lean and that can afford to run profitably, and the ones that can't, just like any other business, they're going to self delete.
yeah, absolutely.
So it is what it is, man. It's business. It's either you're gonna get with it or the business is gonna correct you up out of it. So
Yeah, it's one way or the other, but it can be done, man. Like I said, you just got to put in the work, man.
mm-hmm,
If you it but I do feel the owner operators because it's just them, and they still need rest. They got to file these disputes. You know what
mm-hmm,
I mean? They got to look for routes, and
mm-hmm,
that's a lot for just one person.
mm-hmm,
So, um, but I'm a worker, man. I'm your age. I'm 45. I was born in 80.
mm-hmm,
Actually, I was the first baby in 80.
mm-hmm,
Um, but I'm a worker. So even when it was just me with my Hino, I was still getting the job done. I mean, I was tired, but I got the work done. And that's just what you got to do, man. And if your eyes burn like mine was, go get you some of those blue blocking glasses and get
mm-hmm.
to it.
Yes, sir.
But but the owner operator definitely need help, because with Amazon, when you're doing disputes, man, it just takes time, and that single person, they need rest too, you know.
Hmm.
So
But I mean, that's with Amazon. That's what they sign up for. Let me ask you
yeah.
this: while I got you on here, for a single owner operator that has one truck that's new, do you think Amazon is something that they should solely be doing, or do you think that's something that they should use to supplement something else?
Uh, I think I mean, of course, it depends on the area, but I think
Hmm.
that's solely what they should be doing, because
Okay.
they just make it so easy, man. There's no factoring. You can get mud flap, get the cheap fuel with mud flap, or
Hmm.
whoever you want to use for cheap fuel.
Yep.
But and then you local.
Hmm.
They just have to be able to weather the fuel costs and any breakdowns, and until they start getting a few chips with Amazon, you know. And but then
Hmm.
they definitely need to study that board. That way you can learn how to finagle and get routes back. You know what I mean? You ain't just going out and just driving back. So yeah, so any given night when I was doing it myself,
Hmm.
I was probably pulling in like probably like 300 starting out, you know. But as I got into it,
Hmm.
and I started looking in like 5, 6 different cities around my area that do Amazon, I was able to book routes coming back before I even had a route going. But
Hmm.
I would do that, and I would book the route coming back. I don't care what it paid. If it paid $1.50, I would book it, because I know it's plentiful routes that can get me near there. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But
Hmm.
within 50 miles of picking that up, and
Hmm.
that's what I would do. But if you're not doing the work and looking in your area, or even have an area like that, then
Hmm.
it just makes it a little bit tough. So if you are in a tougher area, then I would probably supplement. Then, you know,
What's your
but
thoughts on? Oh, go ahead. Finish. I had another
but
question
it's
for you.
it's it's so many Amazons around me. It's kind of easy to do. You know?
What's your thoughts on um Amazon, the middle mile DSP program, as far as them, continuously bringing in trucks? Do you think ultimately they're going to mimic what they did 7, 8 years ago with the final mile, with middle mile, where either you're DSP or we just phase you out? They just change that whole middle mile model to a DSP model, or do you think they're going to continue to just keep it split? They'll probably bring on more trucks, but then have some owner operators, you know, taking the extras.
Yeah, I think the owner operators are not going anywhere in certain areas, and the reason
Hmm.
I say that is because I went to Amazon RelayCon out in Las
Okay.
Vegas last year,
Okay.
and it's different things that they want to do and trying to do, like bring in mom and pops on
Hmm.
their load board. So you'll be not only booking Amazon off their load board, you'll be also booking mom and pop loads off the load board. And
Okay.
I looked into DSP. I wouldn't do it. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm the type of guy to where I'll get in, get my money, and I'll do something else. But I'll probably still do that. But like now I have 6 trucks. I'm not getting no more than 6. I'm gonna stay with 6. Um, I don't know if I will end up selling it, but I'm gonna take this money and I'm gonna go buy some lakefront property and build. I'm a licensed builder too, so
Hmm.
I'll probably build some Airbnbs or something, or do a little community or something, maybe like ten houses, and sell those. But
Hmm.
I'm not about to go all in with no with anything. You got to be diversified, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
I don't think the owner option's going anywhere. But like I said, it depends on the area.
How much? How much? How big is their fleet in your market? Would you say it's about 50-50?
Oh no, it's definitely not 50-50. Probably If I had to guess, I would say like 15%, man. It's mostly owner ops around here. But like I said, there's so many of them, man. Like where I park my trucks, it's literally 4 locations. It's 3 Amazons in Romulus, Michigan alone. 2 of them are directly across the street from each other. Another one is 20 minutes away. And then it's another one, which is Brownstown, which is 12 minutes away. And then we're not even talking about Livonia, Detroit, Canton, it's Plymouth, Michigan. Like, man, it's so many Amazons here. It's crazy, you know.
Okay.
Now
All right.
we're not out of a lot of those though. We mainly out of 3 of those because they usually do tractor trailer and majority of the ones that I just spoke about, you know.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I think we good for the most part. But if I had to give somebody some advice on it, when you making money, man, you want to save some, you want to put some in stocks, you want to like that's like my rental properties. I got coin operated washers and dryers as well to give my tenants a better quality of life, and then they end up staying with me longer too. You know, a lot of referrals, and I mean, yeah, I get probably like 2-3 thousand every 2 or 3 months off the coin operated washers and dryers. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for to give my tenants better quality of life, get stuff fixed within 2 hours. I mean, 24 hours, you know, and stuff like that. That way, you bad, you good, you get good. You bad, you get bad. That's just
Right.
basically what it is. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that see, you know business, so that's why it's easy for you to navigate in this industry. But I'm glad you called up because this conversation with you, you see how it's different from a lot of the conversations I have with a lot of the people that
Mhm.
call up. So it's good to see that there are some individuals out there that understand business. And to the people who don't understand business, this is a guy that you're competing against. This is a guy that can, you know, ultimately compete regardless of what the rates are because you understand the market. Whether the market is up, whether the market is down, you have to make sure that your cost is somewhere, regardless, that you're going to be profitable no matter what, man. So yeah, man, it's good, man. I'm glad to hear that things are up for you. The business is working out for you, man. Just keep it up, man. Keep
Yeah,
it
I
up.
appreciate it. Keep getting this knowledge out here, man, because they definitely need it, man. Because like I don't want to say my man name over in Atlanta that keep talking that 5,000 mess, but like come on, man, that ain't what it is, you know.
You know what, man? At the end of the day, you coming from Detroit, me being from Chicago, we know hustler's gonna hustle, right?
Right,
When it comes from from a business perspective, at the end of the day, it's up to you, right? When you're deciding on who you're gonna go with as far as consuming information, you look at him as like a consulting firm. He has a consulting firm, right?
right,
If you invest in that consulting firm and you follow that blueprint, then ultimately at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out for you as a business owner, there's only one person you have to blame, and that's you. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
I mean, I don't even get upset with him because sometimes I try to put myself in the mindset of an ignorant person.
yeah,
But it's hard to do, bro, because I don't think I've ever been that ignorant that I could believe that I could be sold on the idea of making this much money and it only costs me this amount of money to do it.
right, yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? So,
I just told you I spent 20,000 in 1 week on one truck, you know.
mhm,
So, and that'll just put people right out the game. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, they would have left
Yeah.
that shit on the side of the road somewhere, left it wherever it broke down at. You dig what
All
I'm
right,
saying? So, yeah, but yeah, I mean, you gonna have people like that. And at the end of the day, you know, it's unfortunate, but people like him, they ain't gonna go nowhere. So you can't really trip on them. If a
Right.
person believes that shit, ultimately that shit is on them, and he ain't the only one. So
Oh
it
yeah, for
is what it
sure.
is, man. You know,
Yeah.
So.
All right.
But man, it's good talking with you though.
Oh yeah, you too. I'll give it to you in a minute.
All right, bet. All right, y'all. So there you have it. Someone that knows what they're doing. Shout out to 608. Let me get these super chats out the way real quick.
Sweet.
Cash is king. Cash is definitely king. That's a debate that I've had with people on the channel. Even as a recent, like a month ago, some people believe in credit, and I believe in credit too. But I also believe that coming into this industry, if you have cash, cash is the better way to go. Um, Obviously, the gentleman that's called up, G Frank, 608. Uh, but to each his own, man. I'm a OG. I'm a OG. So cash is king. Uh, I say supplement because you're not W-2 and you can opt to have somebody else do it and venture to other things, contract, what have you. So you believe in supplementing. G Frank thinks you should focus on Amazon on its own. But other than that, man, at the end of the day, getting back to the lecture, I know we took some breaks in this lecture, and we had some little moments where I was trying to bait some people. But at the end of the day, the spot market is brutal. It does not care about cost. It doesn't care about inflation. For those people that think it should rise with the cost of inflation, you a goddamn fool. And this is why you're going to continue to struggle, because you fail to accept reality. If you don't understand this, you're going to always struggle. You need to be lean. You need to keep your costs low and watch the market cycle. Educate yourself on this. This shit is like you living in a society today where you don't have to go and pay a bunch of college tuition and be in class for 2 hours. Like, you can Google shit, you can use AI, you can go on YouTube, and I think University of Phoenix or MIT, they have full business college courses on YouTube that were streamed, and they have them lecture by lecture by lecture. Introduction to Economics 101. The whole syllabus, the whole course, lecture by lecture by lecture, an hour and a half, hour and a half, hour and a half. Like, you literally can go on YouTube and take a free course in some of this basic business. Like, I don't understand. Like, if you want to make money in this industry and you don't want to depend on the spot market, you have to build relationships. You got to build relationships with brokers, or you got to get direct connects. But if you're going to play the spot market, then you have to understand that you need to keep 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 your costs down, and you have to stay lean. Lean as possible. All right. If you don't know what lean is, it's a business term. Go look it up. All right. So let me see. Card Shark. He said location matters. Yeah, location matters. Location matters. Timing could matter in some aspects, right? There's a lot of different variables. For instance, he's in the Midwest. I'm in the Midwest. The Midwest is a gold mine when it comes to freight. Why? Because it's industrial. Everything gets made in the Midwest for the most part. We live in an industrial part of the country. It's a lot of manufacturing here. So you got to come into this market, because a lot of freight is coming out of this market because of the manufacturing that goes on in the Midwest. Now, if you don't live in the Midwest, let's say from a local level, then I don't know. Like, it behooves me how some people will find content online and they'll get sold this idea of this cargo van and a box truck business, or you can make buku money, and their mindset is to stay local from the very jump, and then they go out and get a box truck, or they go out and get a cargo van. You wouldn't believe how many people have went out and bought the actual equipment. Some of them are coming on live stream. Bought the equipment before doing any research, get the equipment, get their authority, get everything set up, and then realize there's nothing near them. We've seen these people come up on the channel. They'll go get a box truck with the mindset of doing local work, and they live in the middle of nowhere in a fucking town with a population of 3,000 people, and the nearest metropolitan city is fucking 300 miles away. And then they come to me like, man, I got this truck or I got this van and I need to stay local. I can't go over the road because I just had a newborn and I just can't do it. But there's nothing near me. What am I going to do? Ain't nothing you going to do. Ain't nothing you going to do. If local is your thing, no. I asked him a question like the guy came up here. When you get an Amazon package, who delivers it? Is it Amazon, the USPS, or UPS? If you tell me that USPS and UPS delivers your Amazon packages, that means you're absolutely in the middle of nowhere, that Amazon doesn't even have a domicile near you. Those are the guys that do relay overnight, that take the packages to them little bitty ass towns in the middle of nowhere, 150, 200 miles out, so that the post office can deliver that shit, the final amount. That means there's nothing near you, right? So if you went out and you bought a van or you went out and bought a goddamn truck thinking you're going to do local work and Amazon ain't delivering your Amazon packages, use a goddamn fool, and you deserve to be sitting on that piece of equipment because of your ignorance. And I don't feel bad for you. You got to go where the freight is. You bought a truck, so now you got to go where the freight is. You should have did your research, pimp. Nobody's going to, like, people get mad when I say, oh, I'm like, nobody's going to feel bad for you. Why? Because people have their own fucking problems to worry about. It is what it is, man. Let me get back to Buddy, man. Did Buddy cool out? Okay. Let me get back. I said I was going to leave Buddy alone. Shout out to my haters. I love you. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Any one of my haters want to come up. I dare you come up. I dare you come up. Where Pop Sosa at? Y'all seen Pop Sosa? Tell him Larry free. Well, he ain't free, but he's free from the federal jurisdiction. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, they pardoned NBA young boys. One up for the brothers. Tell Pop Sosa I'm looking for him. You dig what I'm saying? Vincent said, what the fuck is Vincent talking about? I'm only 22. Sorry, bro. I made Vincent apologize. Vincent thought he was going to come over here and get outside his body, and then I flipped his whole world upside down when I dropped that link. When I dropped that link, Vincent shitted on himself because he never seen that happen before. Vincent shitted on himself when I dropped that goddamn link. He said, oh my God. Vincent had the boo-boo. God damn it. Vincent shitted on himself. Now he autistic. Because he thought he was going to come over here fucking with Big Mark, and Big Mark got on that with him. And now he's autistic and all this shit. Vincent, go play with something that's safe, big dog. All right? If Amazon doesn't final mile, it could be a bulk customer. UPS does that through Roadie for only a specific prime variant. If Amazon does it final mile, it could be a bulk customer. UPS does that through Roadie for, well, I think in a lot of those middle America places that are really, 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 really out in the boondocks, I'm talking about so far out in the boondocks, when you get to the damn post office, it don't even look like a post office. It looked like a house, a little house on the prairie. You know what I'm saying? Those areas, like really in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of nowhere's nowhere. Like those places, those are the places that I'm talking about. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. All right, let me see before I get out of here. Shout out to Let's Get Money. Shout out to 608 for those super chats. Shout out to Ty watching on Twitch. Make sure you go sign up for Twitch. We're going to run it up over there on Twitch. Shout out to Kobe. What was I talking about before G Frank came up? Oh, the consumer. Should I finish my consumer lecture or should I hold off on that? Let me see. Shout out to Snooty in the building. Shout out to Nemo. Marcus Wright. Stuff was different. Things were a lot different. And just to finish that consumer thing before I get out of here, ultimately at the end of the day, your consumers are controlling everything. All right. I know, people think it's the shippers and shit like that, but ultimately the consumers are in control of this shit. As consumers, and you are a consumer too, if you stop buying, there's nothing to move. Right? There's nothing to move. And at the end of the day, your largest retailers are price sensitive. They understand business. They don't want the consumer to pay more. So if they can pay you less or pay you the same rate that they've been paying you for the past 10 years because increased competition, and they can take advantage of that even though inflation has risen, so be it. Why? Because now we can keep our prices the same at the register. What you got to understand about retail is that they're in competition too. Even Amazon from the consumer side, or the Amazon as far as the marketplace platform, the people that are competing on there on the marketplace, right? And how does a retailer compete? Obviously, if we have an item and our competition is selling the item, obviously the retailer who has the same item for a lower cost is going to sell more units. So where can we shave at? One way we know we're going to be able to keep our costs down is by purchasing more units. But we're not going to purchase more units to get a cheaper cost if we're not moving those units. The shipper understands that. So if we can join in on the suppression of your ignorance on the rates to keep the transportation costs down so that our customer can continue to keep their rates down, then so be it. It is what it is. Kobe said, tell him free Larry. Terry Larry free. Larry is free from the federal penitentiary. He still got them 100 years he got to do here in the state of Illinois. So now if our governor pardons Larry, then he's free. But to be honest with you, him being free from Colorado and that Supermax penitentiary, 23-1, that's damn near like being free. Because when he gets back to Illinois State Penitentiary, he'll have movement. You know what I'm saying? He'll be able to do a lot that he couldn't do. There he'll be closer to his family. He'll be able to go out on rec, and he'll just be able to communicate with people instead of being locked up in a little bitty ass room the size of a bathroom or the size of a closet for 23 hours out the day. So yeah, man. Yeah. Yep. So shout out to all the brothers of the struggle. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I know I wonder what Pop So said, man. I really love to have a conversation with him right now. And this is what I'm saying, like, man, like everybody's fight ain't everybody's fight. What I understand, what he didn't, or a lot of other people that get emotional and caught up, you can't expect nobody to, because here's the thing, look at that situation. It's a lot of brothers that was freed during the first stint in office. A person like Pop Sosa wouldn't understand that because things that may not interest him, he's not going to take a look and understand it. Things that I understand, that even though I'm not under the six, I got a lot of homies that is, and they're happy right now, so I'm happy that they're happy, right? Pop Sosa wouldn't understand that because this particular victory is not a victory for him and his people, right? But he wants people to be empathetic of his, like, shit. The world don't work like that. The world don't work like that. People worry about themselves and they problem and they people. It is what it is, man. An ATL about to purchase my first truck. Plan is to do local P&D to start. Been working in this industry for about 20 years. Time for me to do my own thing. All right, man. Congratulations, man. Make sure you enter correctly. TB says she be seeing him on Clubhouse. On and what Clubhouse in what room? In what room he be in over there? I might go over there. I got Clubhouse. What room he be in over there? What room he be in over there? I might go over there. You said Pop Sosa somewhere disagreeing with me right now? He ain't disagreeing with me. I was transparent on why I voted, the way I voted. You know? So it is what it is. He can't disagree. He can, but like that's a waste of energy. You disagreeing with someone who has their own personal agenda. Everybody, our personal agendas ain't the same. You know? You can't get like I can't. This is like me getting like if you're LGBTQ, I would totally understand why you would go in the direction of the party that was pro LGBTQ. It just makes sense. They're pro it. So a person who fits that demographic, obviously they're going to go in that direction. If I'm going to get upset, I'm going to get upset is because the person that I chose didn't get selected. I'm not going to get upset that the person who voted for that individual because it makes sense why they voted for that individual, because that individual is pro their beliefs. That would be a waste of energy and time for me. Oh, well, I'm upset with you because you voted for this person because they're pro LGBTQ and you're LGBTQ. That's stupid, right? So that's what I was trying to get him to understand, like, but he's not gonna watch. He's upset, so it is what it is. I just love to get his thoughts on some of the recent pardons and commutes of Donald Trump. So, you say he be in the trucking groups on there? It's trucking groups over there? It's trucking groups on Clubhouse? What's the name of these trucking groups on Clubhouse? Pop Sosa needs to stop letting other people tell him what to think. Yeah. What's the name of this trucking group? What's the name of the group? What's going on, Tia? How you doing? You said you just think I wanted to get them riled up. Sometimes I be looking for a good, debate or some good action from time to time. Look at Dave. Here come Dave. Dave always laughing. Look at Dave. Dave always laughing. Dave, what's so funny, man? Dave, what's so funny? Dave said, let me tell you what Dave said. I've been looking for. I said, Dave, I'm gonna catch you. Dave, hit the link before I get out of here. I want to talk to you. I'm gonna get out of here though, because I want to go to the gym. Training right now. Training, Dave. Hit the link, Dave. I want to holler at you for a second. Because you said something, man, and I'm curious to why you said that shit. And you said it about a month ago. I ain't been pressed because when I be cooking up, that shit small shit, but I got a little time right now. Cause I'm trying to get my Twitch hours up. So I'm spending a little time. So hit the link, man. I gotta ask you a question. Dave. You ain't doing shit. You in your truck. So hit the link. You ain't doing shit. You in your truck. Go ahead and hit that link, pimp. Nah. We gotta let Dave hit the link. I gotta ask him something. I gotta ask Dave something. Dave, hit that link real quick. I ain't gonna be on here too much longer. I gotta go. I just gotta ask you a question. Hit the link, Dave. Hit the link. Hit the link, Dave. Nah. You ain't busy. You ain't busy. Hit the link. You ain't too busy. You got time to watch and text. That I'm busy shit, that shit don't work, because if you was busy, it'd be easier for you to communicate, because I know you got some ear pods, than to have the phone in your hand and type. So I just got a question to ask you, because I'm curious. I want to know the answer. Just click the link, Dave. It's only gonna be a minute. No. I want you to click the link, Dave. I don't want you to go. I want to ask you something. I saw something you said, and I'm just curious to why you would say that. Why everybody running today? The guy earlier, what was his name? I dropped the link for him. That motherfucker said he got autism. That motherfucking link came down. That motherfucker turned autistic and apologized. That motherfucker told me sorry. Listen, that motherfucker told me sorry. I said, nah, bring your punk ass up here and explain. Man, sorry, bro. Nah, nigga, nah. Dave. You thought you was gonna escape? See, I don't when I see shit, I ain't that pressed that I gotta get to it right away. It was a month ago. And I've seen you in the lives, and I said I'll catch him on a day where I got a little time. I don't wanna. Today is that day. Hey Dave, check it out. I want you to articulate something for me. Just hit the link. I swear it's only gonna be I only need 5 minutes of your time. I only need 5 minutes of your time. Actually, to be honest with you, I've spent time talking to you when you needed help. So I'm asking you to click the link. I gotta ask you something. Because I saw you say something, and I just need to I don't necessarily really understand it, and I want to understand it. I don't want you to get scared, Dave. It ain't nothing to be afraid of. Don't be like Buddy earlier. I want you to click the link. I need to understand something, Dave. Listen, Dave. I need you to explain something to me real quick. Just click the link. We're gonna be in and out. Dave, Dave, you said some shit and you thought I didn't see it a month ago. But I just need some understanding. See, I'm cold. I'm the type of motherfucker I see some shit and act like I didn't see it. And I'm not emotional. I just want some understanding. I want you to articulate what you meant when you said this. Cause I see things a little bit different, Dave. I see things a little bit different, Dave. I sure do. Don't get scared now, Dave. Cause it ain't nothing to be scared about. It ain't nothing to be afraid. You think cause I was in a live stream and the chat rate was going and I didn't see it? Oh, I saw it, Dave. I saw it, Dave. Now Dave watching now, and now he don't want to engage in the chat no more. Okay. All right, Dave. All right, so this is what we're gonna do, Dave. Dave, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do, Dave. I'm gonna do a live stream. And it's not gonna be focused around you, but it's gonna be focused around people like you that say things and then they hide their hand. I remember it was one time I was finna do a live stream about a couple months ago, and I get a ping. Um, ping is like when somebody at Mark the Mentor, right? Man, I really need to talk to you. I know you're about to go live in 10 minutes, but I really need to talk to you. I know you're about to go live, obviously, because the live was scheduled. You got the notification. Something that pressing that you need to talk to me 10 minutes before I went live. No. It don't work like that, Dave. It don't work like that, Dave. Davy boy. I saw what you said, Davy boy. Hey, Davy boy. Remember those conversations we had when you needed help? It's a multitude of conversations that we had. And you just reached out to me and I sat and I talked to you for hours and helped you problem solve. You don't remember those, Dave? Remember that Boston and North Carolina debacle? And I had to help you get your mind straight and your understanding straight. You don't remember that? What about that gym debacle, Dave? And I had to get your understanding together on that. That mentoring, right? That wasn't even mentoring in trucking. That was mentoring in just life. From a older man to a younger man. You must got amnesia, Dave. You got amnesia, don't you, Dave? You 22 with amnesia. You 22 with amnesia, Dave. That's fucked up. You need to go get that shit checked out. If you 22 and you got goddamn amnesia, you need to go get that shit checked out. And you're proving my point with all these goddamn emojis. All these damn emojis, you proving my point. Now I asked your ass to come up here because you said some shit that was I'm not going to describe it. I'm just going to say it was Bodine. But I specifically remember one night in my Discord, and it was in an open forum. There was people there, and your mind was everywhere. And the OG came in the Discord, and I spent hours brainstorming, listening to your problem, and coming up with a solution, weighing the options, and coming up with. So you were a wreck, Dave. Dave, you was a wreck. You were a wreck. You was finna crash out, Dave. You was like Ty. Like when Ty was in the Discord that one day and finna crash out, and the big homie had to come and talk him off the ledge. Was there an invoice associated with that, Dave? Did I send you an invoice? When you was on the verge of crashing out, Dave? So why is it, Dave? Why is it that when Mark makes a decision about his Discord, you have something I wouldn't say it was vile, but disturbing. To me, it was disturbing, Dave. It was disturbing, Dave. Now, that remark that you made was one of the main reasons why I shifted my focus and I reduced the amount of content that I produce because I realized that people will suck you dry, pause. They will get as much out of you as they possibly can. And if you decide to make some adjustments that no longer suit their fancy, is an issue. But it was fine when you was about to crash out. And instead of me spending time with my chick or doing something that was beneficial for me, I sat there and helped you solve your problem. So I'm just curious, Dave. Or what about that other day, Dave? When you was talking about, man, Mark, I don't know why things are the way they are. I don't understand why. Dave, come out to play. Dave, come out to play. Dave, come out to play. Come out to play, Dave. Dave. That link drop, I'm telling you, that link dangerous. That link dangerous. You better leave that link alone. Listen, I'm telling you. That's 2 down today. So today we got 2 people that were afraid to link up. Dave, I know you're here watching, Dave, because you intermittently put something in the chat like every 4 minutes. Well, Dave ain't gonna come out. I figured he wouldn't. All right, because he knows what I'm getting at. So Dave, I'm gonna tell you this, Dave. Let me tell you this. Play with something that's safe, Dave. It can get ugly. Remember, Dave, how you was just you was finna crash out. You was finna you Dave, you was finna throw all your shit in the truck and drive from Boston. I know y'all want to know. Dave was about to crash out, y'all. Big Mark talked him off the ledge, though. Big Mark talked him off the ledge. But he came to Big Mark. Man, Mark, I need your help. Man, I don't know, man. He was about to crash out. Big Mark talked him off the ledge, though. Nobody else talked him off. I said, all right, listen, young, just explain it to me. Your favorite content creator wouldn't even have did that shit because that shit was beyond trucking. It was trucking involved, but you let the trucking, it got to you, bro. You let the just everything that comes along with being a business owner and life, it just got to you, big dog. So for you to say what you said, disappointed, Dave. Dave, I got 3 call-in shows that you called up and you got plenty of advice. Remember, Dave, you was going home every week to see your chick? Ooh, remember that, Dave? Remember that live stream, Dave? Man, Mark, I ain't making no money, man. And then we said I spent time with you, and then I found out that every weekend, y'all been following the channel, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all seen the live stream. I think I just recently clipped it. You was going home every week to see your chick. And I said, what you doing that for? That's why you ain't making no money. Ooh, Dave. But then Big Mark came to the rescue. And what did Big Mark tell you? I said, bro, you can't be going home every weekend to see your chick, bro. That's not how OTR work. Man, Mark, but I miss her. Man, get your, what I tell him? What you see me tell him on the live stream? I said, man, get your soft ass out of here, Dave. Stay your ass out on the road. A month later, he called back up on the live stream. So these are different situations outside of the conversations that we had in the Discord. So these are on the live streams. You can look this stuff up. It's a month later, man, Mark, man, I'm making so much more money. I'm glad you told me to stay out on the road and not go home. Man, I'm making more money, man. Then a month after that, you called up and you said, man, my truck broke down, but I've made so much money after listening to you tell me to stay out on the road that when the truck broke down, I got so much money, I don't even feel it because of the money that I've been making since I've been staying out. And now when I get the truck fixed, I'm going to stay out all the way to April. I'm going to stay out on the road for 3 months. Man, Mark, thanks, man. You helped me a lot. So when I made some changes in the Discord that you didn't agree with, now when you go to my Discord, you see my black ass face. It's my black ass face. It says Mark the Mentor. When I make decisions, it's in the best interest of the community, not Dave. So to say there's no value, I disagree with that, Dave, because I have plenty of situations where you called me both on live stream and in the Discord, and I solved your problem. And I never sent you an invoice. So to complain about $7, you telling on yourself, Dave. You telling on yourself. There's a reason why the Discord went in the direction it went to. And you know the reason why. If you don't want to join, don't join. But if anybody has gotten any value, it's you. That's four different call-in shows that I could pull up right now with you calling up, getting coaching. 2 or 3 of them, you came back and accredited me from the previous time you called up for now you generating more income. Sounds like value to me, Dave. Sounds like you got value from my tenure and expertise, and it didn't cost you anything. Dave, I invited you up to have the conversation, but you cowered out. Thought I didn't see that, Dave. I saw it a month ago, Dave. I saw it a month ago, Dave. Don't worry, I saw it. And I made the right decision, right? And the reason why I made that decision is for shit like that. You're not going to spit in my face. You're not going to spit in my face. So that's a wrap. It's guys like comments like that is what mess this shit up for everybody, because there'll be somebody, and he's not the only one, there'll be somebody that really could use the time and attention, right? That I'm taking, right? So if I spend time with you, whether it's on a live stream, right? Or whether it's in a Discord prior to a month ago before a wall went up, that's my time that I could be doing something else. So if I spend 2-3 hours with you, like I did that one night when you was finna crash out and go from Boston to North Carolina, that's 3 hours out of my time that I could have been doing something else. Or when you call up and I spend an hour, 2 hours with you on a call-in show 4 times, I could have been doing something else. But then you say there's no value. I disagree, Dave. I disagree. That was highly disrespectful. And you ruined it for yourself, Dave. And you also made it tougher because, like I was again, what I was saying, if I lose my train of thought, because I am an OG, there's going to be somebody that could really use the time, right, with me, as far as me giving them information or coaching them or listening to their problems like I did you and coming up with a solution that, now I'm going to second guess, because the only thing that I ask for is just appreciate the time. And this goes for anybody, if someone is giving you their time to help you in an industry that you're learning, be appreciative. Take the shit serious. And when they make a decision for something that doesn't even have to do with you in the first place, why do you get in your feelings about it? It has nothing to do with you. All right. I'm done with Dave. Dave's feelings are hurt right now. All right. Sorry, Dave. But yeah, you gotta grow up, Dave. You gotta grow up, Dave. You being 22, Dave, has nothing to do with it. The immaturity level of a person at 22 when it comes to business has nothing to do with it. All right. I look at you as a business person, regardless of your age. All right. And you have to make better decisions when it comes to business, Dave, and building relationships. All right. I'm a person who has a lot of resources, Dave. I have a lot of resources. I have insurance resources. I have broker resources, insurance broker resources. I have connections, not because of just my tenure in the business and the relationships that I made. In this small niche of trucking, I have a footprint, Dave. So a lot of people reach out to me. There's a lot of things that I do behind the scenes for people that I don't talk about. They hit me up and it's something I can help them and put them in. I recently just helped another person put some money in their pocket. I made a connection and helped them get a bag. Nah, you didn't try to join, Dave. Nah, Dave, you didn't try to join. Dave, you didn't try to join. Dave, the link is pinned to the top of the chat, Dave. You didn't try to join. Dave, you didn't try. Dave, you didn't try. Sorry, Dave. See, Dave, right now, this is an OG.
Can you hear me?
What's up, man?
I can't hear you, bro.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No, I can hear you now, but I'm trying to connect it to my headphones. Hold on.
We're gonna be a little late for the gym today. Don't worry, Dave. We're gonna be a little late for the gym today.
All right,
Dave,
bro.
what's up? You look like you need a haircut, Dave.
It's all right.
What's up, Dave?
You told me.
No, you tell me. I saw what you put in the chin at about a month ago. What that was about, Dave?
One. I'm gonna cut out of there, right? I let you speak. That's why I was using the bathroom. That's why I said I can't join right now. I was in the bathroom, but so I let you talk and whatever, right? So the first thing you spread false information, bro, because the thing that you saying, oh, I was gonna go to North Carolina, put everything in my truck. No, that's wrong, and I explained it to you. And the reason why I didn't like that, the thing that I didn't like, it was in reality I came to help. I bought a contract, and I said I was gonna pay you for it if you reviewed it and everything. Obviously, at the end of the day, I looked at it myself and I said, you know what? I
Dave,
don't really like what's there. They're not being transparent. Hold on, hold
No,
on.
no, no, no,
Now
no,
let
no,
me
no,
talk. Let me talk.
no,
No, let
no,
me
no,
talk. But you
no,
gotta let me
no.
talk though. You talked all that smack. Nah, nah, nah. You talk all that
Hold
smack.
on, Dave.
Nah, nah.
Hold on, Dave. Hold on. What you
Go
not
on.
finna do? Because Dave, I set the rules. You not finna sit up here and make
That's
stories
what,
up here.
bro. So why would I join?
Hold
So
on,
why would
Dave.
I join?
Hold on, Dave. Don't get emotional.
So why would I join?
Don't get
I'm not getting
emotional, Dave.
emotional, bro.
Dave,
So why
Dave.
would?
Yes, you are. Dave. First of all, you're gonna respect your elders.
uh,
First of all, what you're gonna do is you're gonna respect your elders. All right, that's the first thing you're gonna do. You're gonna respect your elders. First of all, you ain't offered to pay me a motherfucking thing. Get that right, Dave. Get that right. You ain't offered to pay Big Mark
God,
a
you so bad.
motherfucking thing, Big Dave. You ain't offered to pay Big Mark no motherfucking to look at no contract, Big Dave. See, now I didn't get into details because I was just toying with you. But if you want me to get into details, we can get into details, Big Dave. I love this shit. You want to get into details, Big Dave? Or what you want to do?
Bro, what I was saying.
Let me reset the room. Respect your elders. Respect your elders. I'm gonna reset the room. I'm gonna give you one last chance to tell the story the correct way. Now, if you get to fabricating some shit, I'm gonna tell the full story. Make sure you tell the story the correct way and don't insert some shit for theatrics. All right? I'm gonna reset the room. I'm gonna give you a chance to start over, Big Dave. Big Mark ain't got no reason to lie on you. I'm old enough to be your motherfucking daddy, nigga. You better get the story right and respect your elders. All right, I'm gonna give you a chance. You got the floor.
Bro, what I was trying to say, I came in to ask about a contract. It went from the contract to something personal about my life that I didn't want to say in that chat. And there was people there, and then you saw Isaiah using it on the comments. That was that. That's why I didn't mess with it. I didn't want to talk about. And you saw my brother how he came in. That was the whole personal shit. It was just personal. It went from me asking about a contract, then about why do I want to go from here to there. Like, that was that, bro. That's what I didn't fuck with, bro. So I'm gonna keep it a buck.
What does that got?
I don't want to talk to people.
Hold on. What does that got to do with what you said in the chat? We're gonna get to that, but what does that have to do with what you said in the chat?
No, I'm clearing out something you were saying about me. Okay, in a live public place.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about it.
Like what?
You said you came to me about some Final Mount shit, right? And you said you told me some information in a public place that was private. That's what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Once again, you told me some private information in a public place.
No.
That's what you listen, Dave. Listen. No, hold on, because this is where we're gonna get some understanding. This is where we're gonna get some understanding. If I'm in a space and it's something that I don't want to talk about, I'm not gonna talk about it.
Bro, but you saw okay, hold on. You got it. No, you got it.
If we're having a conversation, because there was other people in that room, and you're distressed, and part of the stress came from the decision on relocating on the drop of a dime, short notice, and it didn't have anything to do with that Final Mount contract. You know why? Because you had took the meeting and no offer was made. You were about to drive from Boston to North Carolina that night, sir. That Final Mount contract.
You see, that's false, because I was not gonna drive that night. So why are you saying I was not gonna drive that night? Like what? Bro, this is what I'm trying to say. I came.
You have amnesia because you sat in that goddamn room and you said you was finna pack your shit up and move to North Carolina. Now I'm not gonna say why, but if you want to go there, what you not finna do, Dave, because there's no reason for me. See, you're upset right now because
I'm not upset.
You thought you could say slick shit like Big Mark, then got the peripheral. I got 4 screens back here. Listen, just because I'm looking straight, that peripheral, I see that I got the chat here and I got it over there on that screen. I got the tall screen over there. I seen the peripheral. I seen what you put, Dave. I said, this nigga Dave just put what and all the help I done gave this nigga Dave.
And the reason it's a different thing. It's a different thing. Me saying it's a different thing. All right, well, I know what I said. I know. Hold on. I know what I said. I know what I said. But it's a different for me saying. It's a different for me saying. Oh, Mark be saying nonsense. I said y'all. I said some of y'all. Like some of them in the bro. bro, I'm not
Dave,
like.
that's
It's like
not
when you say,
what
when you,
Dave,
it's when you
Dave,
say,
Dave,
all
Dave,
young people,
Dave,
all young
Dave,
people are
Dave,
ignorant. All young people
Dave,
won't want to do a smoke, fucking shoot a gun, like all this shit. Like that doesn't apply to me, right?
Dave, what are you talking
So you
about?
should have took it like,
That's
all
not
right,
what I'm
bro,
talking
all
about,
right, bro.
Dave. That's not what I'm talking about.
Bro, I'm putting it in different, like, bro. This is what
Dave,
I'm saying,
that's
bro.
not what
This
I'm
is what I'm saying.
that's not
You're
what I'm
gonna do
talking
it for
about, Dave.
content, bro. You're gonna do it
No, no.
all. You're gonna do it for content,
Oh
bro.
yeah, that's definitely content. I
You good,
appreciate you
bro?
too. I appreciate you too. Check this out though, Big Dave. See me, I'm gonna
You
keep it a
good, bro?
buck with you. This is great. This is great content. See, I'm always gonna keep it a buck with you. Don't worry about it.
uh,
That's not what I'm talking about. I didn't even see that, Dave. You know what I'm talking about, Dave? Dave, do you know what I'm talking about? Dave having some technical difficulties right now. Don't worry about it. We're gonna wait for you to come back up. Dave, you know what I'm talking about?
bro, I'm using the map.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about, Dave. When you said, look, there's no value. Yeah, Dave, that's what you said.
Bro, I never said there was no. I never said there was no
Dave,
value.
Dave. Now you know I can go back in the
I
live
never
stream.
said there was no
Hold on.
value.
Dave, you know I can go back in the live stream and I can screenshot it and I can show you. Do you, Dave?
All right, show me.
Dave,
Show
look
me.
at me.
Show me.
Look at me, Dave.
Show me.
Look at me, Dave. Look at me.
I
Dave.
can't look at you, bro. I'm driving, bro. Like what?
Well, listen to me, Dave. Listen to me, Dave.
I'm listening.
What reason why I gotta make that shit up? I read the shit.
Nobody
looked at
said.
the shit. You know, after I looked at the shit, there was a conversation about it because people was like, "Did Dave just say that?" You went going back and forth in the chat with John after you said the shit. Because when you said the shit, John said something to you. Y'all had a whole dispute in the chat when you said the shit. You and John was going back and forth. Do you remember that? Let's see if you remember that. See, the thing with y'all young motherfuckers is, let me tell you, this is where you're going to get mad because I'm saying you young motherfuckers. When you get caught on your shit, big dog, hold on. Own your shit, nigga. Own your shit. When you say some shit, own that shit. Say, look, I said that, I stand on it, or say, you know what, Mark, I said that, and I apologize. That's it. But to sit up here and say you didn't say it, and there's people in the chat right now say, yeah, I remember he said that. You and John was going back and forth in the fucking chat. John said, what? What the fuck you, how? And y'all was going back and forth. Does that help jog your memory? Do you remember it now, Dave? Do you remember it now, Dave? No, do you remember it, Dave? No, I don't want to have it. Do you remember it?
You got it, bro. You got it. Yeah.
So I don't know. Help me speak, young nigga. Does I got it mean you remember it? Why are you so quiet, Dave?
Oh, you don't let me speak, but you got it. You got it. You got it.
Do you remember it? Do you remember it?
I did not say. I literally didn't say it had no value. So I did not say that.
You didn't say that?
I said y'all just be yapping in there. That's all I said.
No. I ain't talking.
And I was referring who I was talking to.
No. Hold on, big dog. Hold on. Did you say it was no value? Keep it a buck, Dave. Keep it a buck. Just keep it a buck.
Bro, you go.
No, just keep it a buck, Dave. I just want you to keep it a buck.
All right, bro. No. I'm going to keep it up. No.
You're a liar, Dave.
All right. I guess I'm a liar. You have the proof. You can show it.
Dog, I can show it, but there's people in here that was in the live stream, including the person that you was arguing with when you said this shit. So I guess we all liars.
I guess so.
Dave, I'm disappointed with you, Dave.
All right. A lot of people are, so it's okay, bro.
I'm disappointed with you. You know?
I can't please everybody, so, you know. I gotta,
no. You ain't got to please me. Where I'm disappointed with you is because I've had a lot of conversations with you. And, you know.
Bro, if I say, okay. If I say something, right, and I say it, like me and somebody having a conversation, and then I say it, and I'm saying it to that person. I'm not saying it to you. I'm not saying it's exactly when I had a problem one time when you said, "Oh, y'all young niggas, da da da," and I said, I'm like, bro, and I think I said that in the chat. I'm like, I'm like, not all of us, bro. Like, not all of us. And then somebody else said, I think if it was Buddha, he's like, don't apply to yourself from it. So like the same thing.
So
Just
there
saying,
you
like,
have it.
I'm saying,
There you have it. See, you just proving my point.
how am I proving your point?
You take on shit that don't got shit to do with you. Even with the whole thing with the Discord. If something don't apply to you, it don't apply to you. You take on shit that don't even have shit to do with you. All right? You taking on shit that don't even got to do with you. What do you mean?
Bro, and all I've been doing.
So if you say something, which is what I saw what you said, what you mean? What you mean?
What?
Exactly. What? I saw what you said. I read what you said, big dog.
Bro.
So you didn't say that. No, I just want you to keep it above.
No, bro.
Did you say it? Did you?
No, I'm keeping it a buck.
So you just gonna
Stand
sit
on
up here and
time.
lie?
No.
You gonna sit up here and lie?
I guess I'm a liar. Then.
That's. Man,
You have the proof. You can show it.
Dave, go back and look at the last.
Bro, you have the proof. You can show it.
Listen, Dave.
I'm not. I don't even. The chat don't even pop up for the lives. If I go back and like what?
Dave.
Bro, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, they had no value. I said some of y'all be yapping. Isaiah be yapping. And that's for the reason one time even I said I was like, yo, I'm like, let him like when they kicked him. When they kicked him out of the Discord or whatever, I said nah. I literally said nah, bring him in, cause he be yapping so much, the time be flying. He starts talking and the time starts moving. That's what I was trying to talk about. But I said had no value.
What does that have to do with the totality of the platform? Because when you say here's the thing, because it can be you can put a stain on something because of you being in your feelings about something. See how you just
being in my feelings about
like,
what?
Hold on.
No. Being in my feelings about what?
See how you just came on the stream and then you started to tell a story that had nothing to do, that was not even directly associated with what you said.
Because you were telling I can't, because you were telling that story and I'm like, the things you were saying, I'm like, that's wrong. So I'm gonna clear my name out. I'm gonna clean my name out. Like what?
That's
okay.
Right. Check it out, Dave. So
I don't have a right. I don't have a right when somebody speaks about me. I can't clean my name out in the air. Like I can't defend myself some way or another. Like if you going out there and spreading false information about things that I never said I was gonna leave that night and be out and pack all my shit, and then you said I was gonna leave in the truck, and I told you when we were having the conversation, I said I was gonna leave in my car, but you keep saying the truck. I said no, I was gonna fly back and then get a load from there and go on the road. This is what I was talking about. So that's just false. So I'm just clearing out my name. Am I wrong or right?
See what you just said? You want to clear out your name. So when you put something in the chat and you say there's no value there, you don't think I'm afforded that same right? Because see, you initiated by saying what you saying. So based on what you saying, you don't think I should be afforded that same right? When you say there's no value,
yes, 100%.
So this is what
I didn't say it was no. But I said it was no value, bro. I did not say word for word. There's no value.
I'll let you kick it.
All right, go on. I know you took it that way. But
no, that's what you said. I took it the way you said it. So in order for me to disprove what you said, hold on. So in order for me to disprove what you said, I just brought up real life case studies. Hold on. No. Real talk. Please. Bro. No. Bro, let me say something, please. Hold on. If there was no value in your Discord, right, in your YouTube channel, then why when I meet people in warehouses, they be like, yo, and usually I don't like telling people like, oh, like I'm the business owner because I'm so young and people be hating and shit, but whatever. Some guy came up to me and I said, yo, bro, follow him and join the Discord. He will help you out and guide you step by step. So if I find no value in it, like you say, then why would I recommend it to somebody else? You explain that to me.
You please explain that to me. Then why would I do that? Why would I do that?
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
In the chat, you said it. See, Dave,
Bro,
I can't go off of shit that I'm not there to
alright,
witness. And listen, Dave, I'm an OG.
alright,
That shit
alright,
sound
bro.
good. Listen, Dave, that shit
Alright, bro.
sound good. That shit sound good.
Alright,
That
bro.
shit'll make a sucker feel real good. Ooh, he recommended something to me. Nigga, you could just be telling me that to gas me up. That's the oldest trick in the
No,
book. Nigga,
no,
I'm not, listen,
no.
Dave,
Alright, bro. Alright, you got it
Dave,
now. See, now you
Dave,
got it for real, for real.
Dave,
You got it, you
I'm
got it,
not,
you got it.
I'm not, that shit that you just said, okay, I feel you, but I ain't honoring that shit. You think that shit gonna butter me up? Nigga, you crazy. I'm going off what I saw. Proof is in the pudding, Charlie. I'm going off what I saw. Dave, listen,
Alright,
I'm going off
next
what I
time I'll
saw.
record it though. But
No, don't record shit. Check
no,
this out,
I'll send
pimp.
it to you personally.
Pimp. Check this out, pimp.
Like, bro.
Pimp. You said, and this is content. I know you think, oh, you try to make content. Absolutely. See, I'm gonna keep it funky with you. This is
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
yeah. So check this out, pimp. You said in the chat, ain't no value.
I did not say that. I'm gonna keep telling you again and again. I did not say that, but you took it that way. But I get it, and I
So
got it. I understand it. I
these
understand.
people that was there, including the person that when you said it, that said, how you ain't no value? You don't remember this, you don't remember that? When you was going back and forth with John in the chat, it was the last Wiseman episode. It was that day when Ty came up and Kenneth came up. That was the episode. So you don't remember going back and forth with John in that chat. It was 100 and something people. Some of those people are here now, and y'all was arguing. You don't remember that.
I I do remember, but I did not say that, bro. I did not say that, bro.
So you remember it, but you don't remember saying that. So let me ask you this. Let me help to rejog your memory.
I remember.
Hold on. I'm gonna rejog. I'm gonna help
Bro,
you
I
rejog
remember
your
I did
memory.
not type that, and I did not say that. All right.
Okay. So
all right.
what were you and him arguing about?
Bro, we were not arguing about anything. I don't argue with nobody, so.
So y'all weren't arguing in the chat after you said that comment?
I asked one simple question in the chat. That's what I asked, and then that shit just let on from there. So, but I did not say it was no value.
All right. So Dave,
What's good?
disappointed in you, Dave.
That's fine, bro. That's fine.
Disappointed. Yeah. So Dave.
You want me to apologize?
No, because you don't. Because it's not. One, you didn't own up to what you said, and two, it's not genuine. How can it be genuine if you didn't even own up to it? Like, no, I don't want you to apologize. I want you to stand on the shit. I want you to
Bro,
stand
I'm
on.
telling you, I did not say that, bro.
Stand on how you feel, Dave. Listen, Dave. Listen,
bro.
Dave. I'm not illiterate, Dave. I'm not illiterate. Okay, all right. I can read. I don't know what you've been watching since you've been watching me, but I don't think when you watch me, you get illiterate. All right. So I'm disappointed in you, Dave. You know, because for you to put there's no value after I've on just off the top of my head 5 separate occasions where I've spent my time helping you. That's crazy to me, Dave. I just don't understand what I did for you to say
I have a
that.
question.
Why are you in your feelings about a decision that I made, Dave? Yeah, go ahead, answer your question. Go answer your question. Ask your question.
Nah, I'm not gonna ask it no more because that shit's going.
No. Ask your question.
Nah, I'm good.
No.
I'm good. You got it, bro. You got it. You're him.
No. I want you to ask your question.
You got it, bro.
So you don't want to ask your question? You don't want to ask your question? I'm gonna give you one last chance to ask your question.
It's not worth it, bro.
All right, well, fine.
We're gonna go back and forth, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something then. No, we ain't gonna go back and forth. I'm just gonna answer your question. I'm just gonna answer it. How's it gonna be a back and forth if you ask me a question and I give you an answer? How is that gonna be a back and forth? You ask a question, I give you an answer. Where do you get a back and forth from?
Bro, there's only one thing I never liked, bro, and it was just that. I went to ask about a contract, and that shit got into my personal life. That's
So
that's it.
so so
It's the
so you
only
you
thing.
you 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 asked me about a contract, and you didn't like the fact that you divulged your personal information in a room full of people. You're mad at me about that shit? I didn't ask you that. You
Bro,
asked me about a
y'all,
contract.
bro.
No, no, no. Hold on, Dave, Dave,
I
Dave,
literally didn't. Bro,
Dave.
you got it, you got it. Once
What you're
again, you
not
got it,
going to
bro.
do as a young man that's growing to be an older man is you can't blame people for your actions. If you come into a space, how can you get mad that you gave your personal information to a bunch of strangers? Didn't nobody ask you for that shit? You volunteered that shit. So how you gonna get mad at me because you gave your information out? You told your business. Listen to
I
what you just
was,
said.
I
Hold on. Listen to what you
no,
just.
no,
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 no, no,
no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no, 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 no,
You
no,
see.
no, no, no,
But
no,
why
no,
are you
no, no,
saying
no, no,
My
no, no,
thing.
no,
Why are
no,
you saying
no, no,
why
no,
I'm
no.
mad?
Respect
Why
your
am I
elders.
mad at you for it?
Respect your
But
elders. Respect your
but why am
elders.
I? You
Respect
see
your
why?
elders. Respect
Bro,
your elders. Let me
bro,
finish saying what I
uh,
gotta say.
go ahead.
You said the only thing I'm mad is that I came in there to ask question about this shit, and I ended up telling all my personal business. Think about what you just said, big dog. Think about that shit for a second. You said the word mad. What the fuck are you
Well,
talking
was
about,
mad.
Dave?
What was
Why were
not
you
on.
mad that you told your business? What the fuck that got to do with me? You can't make me tell no shit, nigga. If I don't want to talk, nigga, I ain't gonna talk. Fuck wrong with you?
Bro.
The hell is wrong with you, Dave? What's your
Can I
address?
talk now or not?
None of your motherfucking business. Dave, ask me what's my address. Just
Can I
ask me
talk
what's
now?
my
Or what?
address. No, I want you to ask me
Can I
what's my
talk?
address.
Can I talk
Yeah,
now or what?
I'm gonna let you
Can I
talk
talk?
after you ask me my address. Ask me my phone number. Say, Mark, what's your phone number? I want to do an experiment. Say, Mark, what's your phone number?
That's the chat for that.
No. Ask me a question. Ask me a personal question. Just ask me one.
Bro,
No,
I
no,
don't
just
want to. I
ask
don't
me.
want to
Just
know it. So
no,
there's
no, no,
nothing to
no,
ask me.
no, 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 no. I want to
I don't
show
want
you
to know it.
something. No, I just want to show you something though. I want to show you something. Ask me a question. Say, what's your girl name? Just ask me something personal. Just ask me something. Just pick some random question. I want to show you something, Dave. You there, Dave? Dave, is you there? Your phone done froze, Dave? Dave?
Can I talk or
Dave?
not?
No, I want you to ask me a question.
Can I talk or not?
Dave, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Dave?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Are you gonna ask me this question?
Well, I'm asking. I'm telling you. Can I talk or
Okay.
not?
Dave, you kind of sassy with it a little bit, Dave. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and say what you want to say.
Can I?
Go ahead, Dave. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say, Dave. Go ahead.
Nah. I'm not gonna say nothing. It wouldn't even
Here we
matter to you
go.
at the end of
Here
the
we
day. So
go.
it's like,
See, you one of them types of people. It's somebody else on YouTube that yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something then, but I ain't gonna tell y'all. What is that like some type of like what is that, bro? What the fuck is that? Why do y'all do that? Like, I'm gonna tell you
it's
something.
pointless, bro. It's pointless.
What tell us,
It's
man.
pointless,
Tell
bro.
us. No, tell me. Nigga, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, little Dave.
Little dick.
Little Dave. Little Dave. What's up? Tell me what you want to tell me, Dave, before we wrap it up.
Now you got it, bro. It's your platform, bro. You do the speaking, bro.
No. I want you to tell me what's on your what tell me what is like I want to know why you was mad. What's on your chest? You said you wanted to tell me something right now. Now tell me. I'm listening. I ain't disrespected you. I've been
Nah, it's
cordial with
fine,
you.
bro.
I've been
I
chilling.
feel like I never disrespected you.
Well, Well, you
I feel like I
did.
never disrespected you.
You didn't. You did.
And two, I never had a problem with you. It's nothing I never disliked about you. It
I
just,
never said you had a problem with me, Dave. I'm saying what you said about the
uh,
platform when you said it's no value, Dave. That's what
and
that
I
is.
tell you,
And and and
you took that the
hey
wrong way
Dave,
though. You
you
took that
got
the
no
wrong way though.
hold on, Dave.
But
You gotta let me finish, Dave, because I'm trying to learn you something
you
right
see,
now, Dave.
but I
You
can't
not
finish
listening.
though. But all right, bro.
You ain't saying shit. You all you want to do is over talk
Yeah.
me, right? So the reason why it struck me, right, is because I've spent multiple times one on one with you for hours. I think we need to jog your memory, Dave. We need to jog your memory.
What?
Wait. So 460 to rent a room.
Nah, I live with somebody else. That's why.
Right, but that's what they charge you, 460, right?
Yeah.
Dave, who is that?
What?
That's me, bro.
That's like $1,840 a
What we
month.
talking about?
Try
What
to
are we
come out.
talking about right here?
They say like, oh yeah, like you're
What?
chilling, you're in a good
What's
spot, but
this?
they didn't see my like me putting in the work for 7 years, saving money. So
That's
It said
that's
it.
that's that's when I first joined.
Okay,
Nah,
so
second
listen.
time I joined.
Okay, hold on.
Second time.
That's the second time you joined.
Yeah,
And guess what you doing,
yeah.
Dave? Guess what you doing? You telling me your information. Why are you telling me your information, Dave? Because you looking to get a
Nah, nah,
solution
nah,
to
no,
hold on,
no, bro,
Dave. You
bro,
gonna
bro.
let you
Hold on, hold on,
Dave,
hold
you
on, hold on, hold
Dave,
on, hold
Dave,
on, hold
Dave,
on,
Dave, Dave.
hold on,
First
hold
of
on,
all,
hold
Dave,
on.
respect your elders. Respect your elders, Dave.
You see
Don't
what
no
I
hold
mean,
on.
bro? Hold
Hey,
on,
Dave, Dave,
no.
you Dave,
Nah,
Dave, Dave. You gotta respect your Dave,
bro,
Dave.
you lucky my dad told me manners, bro, cause I.
Manners,
Oh
Dave,
man,
Dave, Dave, Dave,
go on, go on, go on,
Dave. Don't play with me, Dave. Don't play with me.
bro. You sound like you about to get the
Dave,
belt.
Dave, hey Dave, you taking shit
uh,
as a joke. You know what my mama always told me, Dave? See, you don't know this shit. Let me tell you something my mama always told me. Don't burn your bridges.
what did she tell you, Mark?
Don't burn your bridges. See how you think shit funny? Everything is a joke to you.
Nah, bro, it's not.
So here's the thing, Dave. When you come to somebody and you need answers, you need coaching, you have to divulge information. Like no one is forcing you to give this information. So for you to say, "Oh, there's no value," and then I can think on 5 separate occasions where you came to me, nigga. I didn't come looking for you. You came looking for me. You came on my platform looking for me, nigga. I didn't come looking for you. So how dare you say there's no value because you in your feelings when on 5 separate occasions you came looking for me. I didn't come looking for you. Ain't shit you can do for me, Dave. Dave, ain't nothing you can do for me. Nothing. You came looking for me. So if you came 5 separate times that I can remember off the top of my head, there's got to be some type of value, right? So let me tell you why when I saw that, I put it in my long-term memory and I put it in my back pocket. And I said, we're going to revisit this. We're going to revisit it.
Something
And
I didn't
today,
say, but okay, bro.
and today's the day.
Something I
Because
didn't say. I'm,
listen, respect your elders.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Dave,
I didn't
I'm
say
not
that,
done
bro.
talking. I
I
am
didn't say
not
that.
done. Dave, see that's sassy, Dave. That's sassy. I didn't say
Bro,
that.
I
You
did
hear
not
you
say that, but alright.
Dave,
I'll
that
keep
this is
standing on it,
this
and
is
I'm telling you,
sassy
show the
behavior,
proof,
Dave.
show it that I said it, and then I'll apologize. But until you can't show it and say, bro, I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Dave, this is sassy
Alright,
behavior,
bro.
Dave. So going back to what I said, this is what I'm gonna tell you, Dave, and I want you to take this as a learning lesson. I'm doing this because this is a lesson. Everything is a lesson. There's a teachable moment in this. I want you to understand this teachable moment here, Dave. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
One is don't burn your bridges.
Yeah, I can hear you.
One is don't burn your bridges. You heard me?
Yeah, I heard you.
And two, conduct yourself in a professional manner. Everything ain't kiki, hee hee, ha 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 ha. Everything in life ain't a joke.
Who said life is a joke, though?
Hold on, Charlie. I'm not done talking.
I can't smile, I can't laugh, I can't be happy, bro. Like I got air in my lungs, just kids dying, kids in the hospital, wishing they'll be in my position, so I can't be happy, I can't
What
laugh
is
and enjoy
that?
my day. Like
What?
look, my tire popped the other day, and I was laughing at it. Me and my girl were laughing at it. I paid it, kept moving on. Like life is,
See how you just
I
volunteered
just
that
too
information?
serious, bro.
I didn't ask you for that information.
Because I
Two,
want okay, but because I wanted to though. No,
and
because I
two,
wanted to. There's things that I'm willing to share, but not like
and
there's some certain things
and
that
two.
that night I literally didn't feel uncomfortable. You know and how and yo, bro, I'm not gonna get into it, but
Dave,
but y'all kept pursuing to me to, hey man, yeah,
Dave,
but
how can
bro, it's all
somebody
good, bro, it's all good.
how can somebody make you say something you don't want to say? All right, so kick it. Let's go back to it. Fuck it. I didn't want to do this, but let's do it. Cause see, Dave, you got to get some
No,
understanding. No, hold on. You gotta get some
it's all
understanding.
good, bro.
No. Let's just break it all the way down. Let's just break it all the way down. You had a contract. You wanted my thoughts on the rates and shit like that. The contract is in North Carolina, right? Right? It was in North Carolina.
I'm not gonna
Right?
say nothing else. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Right there.
Why
I'm not
not?
gonna say nothing else.
No.
You
Why
got
you don't
it.
want to say
Nah, nah,
nothing
nah,
else?
nah, 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 nah.
Why
You got it. You
why
got it. You got it. You got it.
no.
You got it. I'm not gonna say
Why
nothing else.
no. Because see, you want to put this whole narrative, so now let's just break it all the way down. Now you don't want to say
Nah,
nothing
I'm not
else.
gonna say nothing
No,
else.
let's
Nah,
break.
I'm not gonna
Why
say nothing
not?
else. I'm not gonna say
Why
nothing else.
not?
You
Why
got
not,
it. You
Dave?
got it, bro.
I know I
You
got
got
it.
it.
I
This is
know
what
I
exactly what I
got it.
said.
You
Putting false
motherfucking lie. I
information
got it. No.
on me on
So
a platform with people in it, bro. You got it,
no.
bro. You
We're gonna
got it,
break it all
bro.
the way down.
Bro,
We're
you
gonna
got it,
break it
bro.
all the way
Bro,
down.
you got it, bro. You got it, bro.
Now when I want to break it all the way down, no, you like, oh
Nah, you got it, bro.
no, because no. So now I got it.
You got it, bro. You been
Oh,
having it.
now is this is all coming to fruition now.
What's
Mmm.
coming to fruition?
Mmm. Mmm. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have it then. I'm just gonna since you bowed out. So it's value there, right? It's value there.
Yeah, it's
Is
value in
it?
your channel. I'm not
Okay.
gonna, I'm
All
not
right
gonna,
then.
I'm not gonna say no. And I
All right
already
then.
told you, I recommended
I
it to people as
all
well.
right then.
But
All right
what,
then.
but,
All
but,
right then.
but what I,
All right.
but what I said, I didn't say what you said, bro. I did not say what you were saying earlier.
Yes, you
I
did.
did not say there was no value. No, I did not.
Yes, you did. You know what? You didn't say it.
No, I did
You put
not.
it in. You put it in the chat.
All
But you
right.
sure you don't want
Once
to
you
go
can
down?
put it
No,
there,
no.
once you can show me that no.
Hold on.
Once you can show me
You
that I said,
sure?
oh, there's
You
no
sure?
value, then I'll be like, all right.
Dave, you and John was arguing about the shit. You and John literally had an argument, the stream going back and forth.
I literally asked the
The
question.
person,
John said, "Yo, stop, bro." Like, I'm not gonna, bro. Like, come on,
all right,
bro.
so
We better
John,
than that, bro. We
so
better than that.
Dave, yeah, we cool. I'm cool. I just know that you're not
We better than
appreciative,
that, bro.
but it's all good.
We better than that. We better than that, bro.
You're not appreciative, but it's all good.
Nah, I do appreciate it. What? You
No, you
crazy?
don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because
Nah.
you wouldn't have said what you said, Charlie. I appreciate you though. Listen, I appreciate you for even coming up here to, have the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because I know what you're gonna do now. You're gonna twist it to your way, make you look like
No,
I
I
know,
didn't twist it to
I
nothing.
know.
I didn't twist it to nothing
Ah,
because
you
when
good.
I said let's break the whole thing down. You said, "Oh no, 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 you don't want to do that." I'm
Cause
like, "Nah,
you
Dave."
already got. Look, this is exactly what I was talking about. How you gonna go up there and talk about somebody else and
No,
then
no,
put false information
no. I didn't
on a
talk
thing
about. I
that
didn't.
in a
No, 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 no,
conversation
no,
that
no, no, no. Hold on, hold on,
that
hold on. I didn't talk about you. What happened was you were in my chat and you were putting out false information in my chat. It's my chat, bro. Right? And
I did
this was
not put
nothing.
no
Hold
false
on, hold
information.
on, hold on, hold on,
I
Charlie.
did
Hold on.
not. This is what
Yes, you
I'm gonna
did.
keep standing
Yes,
on
you
it, bro.
did.
I'm gonna keep it
Dave,
all day,
Dave, you
bro.
can stand it. You can stand on it all you want, right?
Nah,
And
we're gonna
that's
stomp it out
fine.
too.
And that's fine because the only thing that's the only thing that's going to do for me is like listen, Dave. I expect that you 22, you immature. I expect that.
If you
You
say
dig
so.
what I'm saying?
If you say so.
No, no, you're very immature. So
If you say so.
if I see that and it's coming from if I never had any interaction with you, then it wouldn't be no big deal. Okay, this is a person I ain't never had no interaction with them. They another person who gonna fail. Fuck them. You dig what I'm saying? But for me to have a multitude of different interactions with you where you proactively seek my uh counsel, proactively seek my counsel, and then I turn to the left and I see that, I'm like, damn, Dave and this, what Dave got going on?
Bro, I didn't
What Dave got going on?
I
So
didn't
as a
say that,
hold on,
bro.
hold on. So
Bro.
hold on. So as a person who has counseled you numerous amount of times, like people that follow the channel, they know who you are. You've been up here a multitude of times, right?
I know.
It's it's fiction what you're saying. I know why you said it. Now, do you want to get to the reason why you said what you said, or you want to leave it alone,
But I didn't say that. So whatever you gonna say after that,
Dave?
it's just
Dave,
whatever.
Dave,
I
Dave,
didn't say that.
Dave. Do you want to get to why you said that?
All right. What do you? Well, put it. Why did I say that?
This is exactly what you said. You said there's no value. If I need to ask a question, then I'll ask. Dave, you think it's funny, and that's
Uh,
why when people guilty of something,
no, no, no,
they just
no, no, bro.
Dave, Dave,
I literally
Dave,
said, oh,
Dave, respect your
nah, nah,
elders. Respect your
nah,
elders, Dave.
nah,
I'm not done
you
talking. I'm
salty, bro.
not done. I'm salty.
Ah,
Hold on, Dave.
yeah, bro,
First
you
of all, respect
salty,
your
man.
elders. Respect your elders. Respect your elders, Dave. Hold on. I'm gonna let you get your little time. I'm gonna let you get your little time. So when you said that, I said, damn, little homie in this little feelings, ain't he? And then that's when John jumped in and you and John was going back and forth for the rest of the whole stream. Y'all was going back and forth. I
Bro, me
didn't
and John said like
engage.
two things to each other. That was
Hold
it.
on, hold on. I didn't engage because I was busy in a heated debate with Ty at that particular time, right? So, but
Uh,
I was reading and I was following along, right? And I said that I'm gonna circle back to Dave. And I actually mentioned it on the stream sometime within the last month. Like, Dave, I seen you say something, but I'm gonna get to you when the time permits. Were you on that live stream? It might have been about 3 live streams ago. I said, Dave, man, I seen you put something a few live streams ago. I'm gonna get to you when time permits. You remember that live stream, Dave?
yeah, but I didn't know what
And
you
you
were
was
talking
like,
about because I didn't
you didn't
say
know what
that.
I was
So
talking about. So
then I
it
literally said, I literally said, oh, what did I say? I literally put in the comment, what did I say? And then that's when Isaiah said, oh, they think you're a lame. And I'm like, all right. And I literally said back, oh, I guess I'm a lame. I like being
so
a lame.
so
At
so
that
so
point,
so
all right,
so
I'm doing
let
good
me
for a lame ass nigga.
let me help you jog your let me help you jog your memory. Let me help you jog your memory. Then I'm done.
All right.
I'm gonna
I
tell
didn't
you
say
what you
that,
said.
but you got it,
I'm
bro.
gonna tell you what you said. You said ain't no
Nah,
value.
what did I say?
I'll pay when
Bro,
I ain't even finished. See how you laughing? Like what the fuck is so funny,
because
bro?
I didn't say that, bro. Because it's funny because
No,
I didn't say that.
I didn't even finish
That's
the
what's funny
sentence,
to me
bro.
because I didn't
Can
say
I
that.
finish the
What
sentence?
I said, literally, I said when I have a question, when I have a question or when I need like something, then I would join.
Okay.
That's what I literally said.
So
How is that saying there's no value in it?
once again, you said there's no value. If I have a
Uh,
question, then I'll join. That's what you said, Dave. All
uh,
right. So the only thing that is striking to me, and it's only striking because I've spent so much time one on one with you for you to say that. If I never spent no time with you, then I wouldn't even give a fuck because it would just be a troll at that point. But for a person who actively, proactively, I should say, seeks me for consult to say that, it was it was confusing to me, Dave. And I just wanted to have that conversation with you. I don't think you know, we resolved anything. I thought this could be a teachable moment, but
bro, because
you're not taking things
I feel
you're
like
not taking things
you're not being honest. I
you
feel like you're
won't
not
let
being
me,
honest.
Dave, you're a child to me. I have no reason to lie on you. All right.
All
Dave,
right,
I
that's
have no
fine, bro.
Dave, listen, Dave, listen to me, Dave. I have no reason to lie on you, young man. For what? Like, what reason do I have to? It's in the chat. The people that were in the chat remember it. The person that you were arguing with is here. Like, Dave.
Bro, but
Like, what
I
are we
did
talking?
not
All
say,
right,
oh,
Dave. I'm done
this
with it. I'm
had
done with it, Dave.
no
Dave.
value.
Dave, I'm done with it. I'm
No,
not
no, no,
gonna
no,
keep
no.
doing this.
Hold on.
I'm
Because
going to the gym, Dave.
why would I say, there's no value, but I will join once I have a question?
Dave,
That like,
Dave,
right, like,
Dave, Dave.
like, how
I
does
don't
that,
know why.
like,
I don't
come
know why
on,
you would
bro.
say it. That's a question that you got to
I did
ask
not say
yourself.
that though. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. I didn't say that. I said I'm gonna join the next time I have a question. Cause right
All right.
now, I literally
Listen.
he get like
Like,
that's more than appreciated. Cause I'm saying you
Dave,
gave it to
Dave,
me. You gave
Dave,
all the information that,
Dave. You a typical YN. You a YN, Dave. You are a typical YN. All right. I don't expect nothing out of you, Dave. Do you know what I expect out of you, Dave? Is right this shit right here. No accountability, no self accountability, a bunch of fucking hee hee ha ha laughing and burning a bridge that you had direct access to, that people in here have seen you call up a multitude of times, and I kicked it with you. That's the only thing you did, Big Dave. You burned the bridge. You had direct access a multitude of times, and because you, Dave, you're just. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Listen, let this be a lesson to the YNs out there, the YNs of the world. Don't burn your bridges. Don't be like Dave. All right, don't burn your bridges. All right, just don't. It's just not. It's not good. Take shit serious. Dave, you in the chat, but you hung up. There's nothing to lie about, Dave. You said the shit. What the fuck do I got to get to make some shit up that you said? For what? Bro, I get enough people that come into my chat that I can make content. Like, it's gonna always be some people that. There was a guy here earlier, Dave, that came into my chat talking crazy, and I dropped the link and stood on business, and that motherfucker apologized to me. Dave, I don't gotta like go look for the shit. Nigga, only thing I gotta do is show up, Dave. Dave, all I gotta do is show up, Dave. Fuck is you talking about? See, Dave, you see this? Buddy came in. I don't have to like go. All right, I need somebody to go fuck with. Nah, all I gotta do is show up, tell somebody they don't know their cost per mile, they're gonna fail, and there's gonna be somebody that's gonna say some crazy shit. I'm gonna be like, all right, well, the link pinned to the top of the chat. Come holler at me. And then they're gonna apologize, like this dude did earlier. And cop please talking about he autistic and shit like that, Dave. I'm him, Dave, for real. I ain't gotta go like make up no shit. What you wrong with you? All I gotta do is tell a motherfucker they gonna fail. because they don't know they cost per mile. And then it's gonna be a motherfucker get butt hurt. And then I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna bait them. I'm gonna give you the game. I'm gonna bait you. You gonna get in your feelings. You gonna click that link, and you gonna come up here. I'm gonna cook. Fuck, I gotta do that shit for you. I didn't kick you out. Dave said he thought I kicked him out. Dave, what I'm gonna kick you out for? Dave, I ain't never kicked nobody off. Dave said he thought, this how you know Dave full of shit. Dave watches my channel. When have I ever kicked anybody off? And what happened between the conversation between us that was so bad that would warrant me kicking you off, Dave? You tweaking, Dave. Dave, I told you I was going to get on that with you. You thought I was joking. You said, oh, I didn't know what you was talking about. Dave, I said, catch me on the right day. I'm going to get on that with you, Dave. I saw what you said, pimp. Dave, I saw what you said, Dave. And I'm upset. Listen, Dave, Dave, I spent a lot of time with you, Dave. I'm not upset with you. I'm disappointed with you, Dave. But it's okay. It's okay, Dave.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I
Hey,
don't know
Dave,
what to
it's
tell
all
you,
right,
bro.
dog. You know, it was fun, bro. It was cool. It was cool. You know, we had some good consultations and shit. Some free coaching on the live streams. And I'm not saying that I won't help you again in the future, but just know that, can't burn your bridges, Dave. Dave, you can't burn your bridges.
But who said I'm trying to burn my bridges, bro? Like
Hey,
you saying something, you
you said
putting
it wasn't no
something,
value. You said it wasn't
bro. I did
no
not
value,
say that,
Dave.
bro.
Dave,
I did
you
not
said it
say
wasn't
that,
no
bro.
value.
Bro,
You
I did
said it
not.
wasn't no value,
Bro,
Dave.
show me the proof, bro.
Then,
Show me the
then,
proof,
then,
bro.
then you tried to come
Everybody in
on.
the comments is siding with you,
Dave,
bro. Cause that's
no,
every
because
time what they do. But
no, that's because you said it in the comments. You said it
I did not say that.
in the chat, Dave. And then two, and then two, and then two, you're always clicking the link, Dave.
Huh?
Dave, John wouldn't argue with you if you didn't say it. Y'all was arguing because of what you said.
Bro, I did not argue with John, bro.
All right. You know what? This is what you need to
I did
do.
not argue with
When
John.
you going back home? When you going back home? I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. When you going back home? You need to get that new shit, bro. That Starlink, bro. You need to do something about that. You said you
Bro, I'm
sitting
in the
on
mountains right now. That's
no
why.
no no no. You sitting on a 6-piece nugget. You sitting on a 6-piece nugget. Get you some Starlink. Check this out, pimp. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out, pimp.
Nah, I took advice from you though. You said keep the console, right? So that's what I'm doing. It's advice from you though, right?
Check this out,
Or
pimp.
no?
Check this out. Check
Or
this
no?
out. Check this out. Check this out. To get
See
Wi-Fi,
what I mean?
you don't think Wi-Fi would be beneficial for you?
Bro, if the data's slow, like what do you want me to? My
Listen,
phone
dog.
is hot.
Listen,
My
dog.
phone is charging.
Listen, bro.
I'm using the map. Like,
I don't really care about none of that shit, big dog. Like, only thing I wanted to talk about is what I wanted to
alright.
talk about. All that extra shit, Dave, I don't care about that shit, big dog. On the real. All right? So, you know what,
I'll
Dave?
be the bigger person. I'll be the bigger person. If I said anything to offend you and your
Dave,
chat and your
Dave.
Discord,
No. Let's back up a little bit. Let's back up. You can't offend me, Dave. You can't offend me. You can't offend me, Dave. It's the fact that whenever you needed me, Dave, I was there. So I'm trying to figure out where you don't see no value, Dave, and you can't answer that question. You wanna run from that because and check this out, Dave. I know why you don't want to admit to that. I know why you don't want to admit to that. It ain't gonna be a good look, right? But I am going to respect the fact that you are holding yourself accountable for saying that based on you being in your feelings about a decision that didn't have shit to do with you. If I wanted to change the way I handle my Discord, then that's my business. But as soon as I wanted to break the story down piece by piece by piece, no, you got it. Why not? If you're right, why wouldn't you want me to break the story down? Why? I know why. Because I didn't come looking for you. You came looking for me. I didn't come looking for you. You came looking for me. If someone let me tell you this. If someone is helping me, prevent bad decisions and helping me along my journey, even like what I did on this this particular live stream here with you, Dave. And there's a bunch of live streams with you, Dave. On this one, this was 45 minutes of me problem solving your problems. And this is just one account. I would be grateful. I would be grateful. I'd be thankful. I would take shit serious. I'd be appreciative. And that's it. That's it. So let this be a lesson to all you 22, 3-year-olds out there. Don't be like Dave. All right. I'm not gonna let Dave throw me off my purpose. I'm gonna still help people, but I'm gonna be a little bit more. I'm gonna vet people out a little bit more now, especially if I spend time with you on a multitude of different occasions, because I don't want you to spit back in my face when I make a decision about some shit that got to do with my shit. You don't like it. All right? It's my fucking Discord. If I want to make changes, I'm going to make goddamn changes. All right, Dave. All right. Glad we was able to have that conversation, Dave. I'm going to go ahead and go to the gym. All right? Hope everybody has a safe and productive day. Let me see if I got anybody watching on Twitch. All right, we got to grow this Twitch. We got to grow it. All right, we got to grow it. We're going to grow it. All right, all right, all right. Dave, make sure you join me on Twitch, Dave. Hey, Dave, make sure you join me on Twitch, all right? All right? Make sure you join me on Twitch, Dave. I might feel a little bit different about you over on Twitch than I feel on YouTube and the Discord. Right now on YouTube and the Discord, like you low key like you like one of them little things that do like this. I can't think of the name. Just do a lot of that and be in the grass. What's them little things? What's them little things that be in the grass and they move like that and they be in the grass? I can't think of the name. God damn it. What is that? What is that little animal that be in the grass? Do anybody know that little animal? Or that little whatever that little thing is, be in the grass and they be doing like that? What is that little thing that be in the grass? That's what I think of Dave right now. You that little thing that be slithering in the grass. Dave still holding that same energy. All right, Dave. All right, Dave. All right, Dave. Dave say he didn't say it. Dave said he didn't say it. I guess John was arguing with nobody. And I guess I saw something that wasn't there. All right, Dave. Hey, Dave, don't be that snake. Don't be slithering in the grass. Don't be slithering, Dave. It's cool, Dave. It's cool. It's cool, Dave. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I'm finna go to the gym, burn these 2,500 calories, Dave. I'm out.